Hey, Globies, welcome back. Griff here. Welcome you in just like you love. You just want it. You want me to welcome you in. You want me to kiss you tonight. And you want Murray to fuck you raw. Hey, Murray.
That's why they call me the cleanup man. Sweep your girlfriend off her feet.
Yeah.
Uh feels good. Feels good to be back in the saddle,
Right?
in control.
Did my little takeover give you a nice time to really think things through? You got a
Well,
lot?
life is all about reflection, and I've had many time to reflect in this during this day because this is the second time we've done this opener. You had 22 minutes of gold. You're never gonna hear.
Yep. There's been a lot of things left on the editing room
Cutting
floor.
room floor,
Yeah.
yeah.
This
But yeah,
laptop's working out great for us right now.
yeah. I'm just 22 minutes. I'm just staring at that fucking laptop.
Yep.
But yeah, it's great to be back. I'm recharged. I'm rejuvenated. I've been phoning it in all the past month.
Thank you for showing up for Griffmas in July,
Well,
like everybody else did.
But yeah, now you're gonna get the best of the best. Not to allude to this movie we're doing.
Were you saving this one? You weren't gonna tip me off. You're like, you know what?
No, I just
Griff's gonna have them just bored out of their mind, and I'm gonna bring them back with Eric Roberts.
No. You finished strong, like I knew you would. Some people, me, don't believe in you, but I believe in you.
Okay. Thank you.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And hey, you finished strong. You got it. Well, I don't know. Maybe somebody else got our listeners back, but
Yeah, we probably should really give her flowers.
yeah. Once again, they call me the star maker for a reason, Griff. Because I see them stars, I see those diamonds, rough them up, I polish them up, make them shine on you, crazy diamonds.
That's right.
And I make superstars. I turn stars into superstars. So I don't want to take anything away from the lovely Miss Cerise because she did a great job. I just put the spotlight on it. So I'm taking credit, but not taking credit. But yeah, great. She might have been like our number one, most popular first time guest of all time. If you came to the show via her, because you're a fan of hers, welcome aboard. I hope you continue listening to us. I mean, we are kind of good even without her.
That's true. We're pretty good at this.
I mean,
We don't have too many inside jokes. Is there any inside jokes we should prepare people for?
You're gonna be. Anytime we say the word no for the next 3 months, you're gonna want to slit your wrist.
Yeah,
but it's
sorry about
funny
that.
today.
It's funny. It's funny to us. If you've seen this movie, it's funny.
We're making it sound funny.
But
hey, if you're a Cerise fan, I've been talking to her. She's come up with some good ideas for stuff. I might bring her back for another tippy tap first, ease her into it because a guest spot on a Golan-Globus theater is a marathon. It ain't a sprint. You got to build up your endurance. But she came up with some great ideas that I think you're going to enjoy, and yeah, I hope she'll be back with us. I mean, I don't know. Her rider was crazy just to get her here on the first time. Who knows what she's going to come up with next?
It's hard enough.
Mattingly, you might need to take a pay cut. That's all I'm saying.
Trying to get a tank top with his grace and piping, that was very difficult to do. I had to go out and pay somebody to hand stitch that together. So
only the best of the best for us.
That's right. We don't fuck around over here.
Now when it comes to tank tops.
Now when it comes to tank tops for his grace, especially.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, a reference to
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels. Most recent.
Angels on Skates. Go listen to it.
Very good episode.
Listen to it again.
Listen to it again.
That's the thing about a show. It gets funnier the more you listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how that happens. But Murray, we've got a life. We lived it. We've already. I've driven up.
I've lived it just 22 minutes ago.
Jesus Christ. This is the day. This is the day. You see, I woke up at 7 a.m. in Columbus, Ohio, and drove 3.5 hours up north, back to Old Michigan.
God's country.
We went to one Joel Coleman affair.
Oh yeah, our baby boy Joe Coleman no longer a baby. He had the big 4-0.
Yeah.
I told him next 10 years are gonna suck, but when you hit 50, life begins anew.
And there was all kinds of celebration happening. Of course, as you'd expect, Joe was the man of the hour. Everybody's gathering around him. So me and Murray, as we do, we're observers of society. We just like to take notes. We like to say, this is what the kids are into. This is what we're going to do on our next show to get them listening. Like, sorry, people, that's kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil anything, but one Mr. Paul might be joining us. I'm not saying which.
Oh, Mr. Paul.
But, yeah.
I like
hear the
this sound.
kids love his Riz.
They do like his Riz. We're having our own Brat Summer over here.
Brat
It's
Summer?
the cat.
Oh, I
Cat
thought it
Summer.
was still Rat Boy Summer.
You canceled Rat Boy
it's-
Summer.
That's right,
Guys,
I did.
new people to the show. Guess what? Murray doesn't remember anything about the show. I told him. I actually listened.
I will admit to that. It's in one ear and out one mouth, or whatever that scenario is. Yeah, I don't.
We were having a problem with-
I've never listened to one episode we've done. We've done enough for we're getting. If you include the Tippy Taps, we've done an episode for every day of the year.
Yeah.
You could watch you could listen to it. If you're new, I mean, first of all, I'm jealous if you're new to the show because you got so much waiting for you. But because I say it all the time, I tell all our guests this. I go, there's two phases to your life. There's the person you were before being on Golan-Globus Theater, and then there's a person after. And I'm all right. They're like, your life, you look at life a different way. You see things you've never saw. You see colors you've never seen.
Man, the colors, yeah. Really, the colors that people bring up to us. It's good life. The good post life. Don't send us tiny toy cars, though. We're not into mechaphilia. That was something we talked about last week.
Mechaphilia, maybe. I mean, I don't want to turn Cerise into the sex girl, but maybe that'd be a good episode to have her on. Mechaphilia.
We didn't we try to figure out a way to do that on the show? That mechaphilia episode we watched? And I don't think
By the way, anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, mechaphilia we don't kink.
It's what you think it is.
We don't kink shame here. Unless it's something we don't like. It's people who fuck cars, apparently, or attracted to cars.
Yes.
I don't know how you fuck a car, to be honest with you.
Well, the guy said I opened the gas tank.
That guy was so fucking gross.
But
that guy should, like I said, we don't want to kink shame, but this guy should have been on a list somewhere. I'm thinking, what I'm talking about. There was two guys. One was just a random rando loser,
Yeah.
And the other guy was like, no, this guy's disturbed. This guy,
this was kind of like pre-internet as we know it. That was internet like 1.0. And I was like, is this guy ahead of the curve? Is he playing it up to the nth degree for the attention?
Well, yeah, he was, because he wasn't even a mechaphiliac. He was a furry, dude. I remember the episode.
Yeah.
And he was just trying to, because he wanted the attention.
I think it was just all about attention to him.
Yeah.
And he was willing to do anything to get, it's like that Mama Boo Boo show where those people were just like, we'll do anything for attention.
Well, that's any reality show, people.
That too.
Man.
Well, sometimes they're exploited, but
you don't have integrity like we do.
We've got. I thought there was going to be a short word for it, but I can't find it. Integ. We got the gritty, but
the tag, yeah.
The teggy.
No, this is the tag.
It's the tag.
We're not in Australia. In Australia, it's the taggy.
Oh, okay. Of course it is. But yeah, we've got new guests, we got new friends, and of course, we've gone to Joe's 40th. Good time there.
Going back. The party has not stopped. We're taking a reprieve because we are all business. We could have just taken the day off, the weekend off. We deserve it. Griff was fucking in Ohio, for fuck's sake. You know how draining that is, just being in Ohio? So, no, we're like, sorry, Joe. Our peeps need us.
They won't even allow you to use a bathroom in Ohio without eating 4 Buckeyes. Those are chocolatey peanut butter vanilla treats.
I thought they were like real nuts that came off a tree.
They are also. I have one in my fridge right now.
Why?
You have to stratify it. You have to do a cold stratify in order to germinate them.
You're trying to grow a Buckeye?
My aunt really wants one, so I'm gonna try. Give it to her. She's a sweet woman.
I swear the first opening was so much better, guys. But,
this is the opening they get. Murray.
That's technology.
Murray.
Yeah.
We watched movies.
Yeah, I got out to the multiplex to experience the multiverse yesterday because I actually had a fucking day off, only because it's raining.
No.
But so I said, you know what? I'm gonna go check out the kids. All they're talking about is this Deadpool character, this Wolverine guy. I'm gonna check it out. I like the funny books. I'm gonna see what these kids are into. And I gotta tell you, people, a little Ryan Reynolds goes a long fucking way.
He is the Vegemite of actors.
What does that mean?
Vegemite, you only put like the smallest amount on.
Oh.
So if anybody puts like a good smear on, they're like, "Fuck, man, what are we doing?"
But I'm an old school comic fan. I was a fan back when it wasn't cool. Nobody knew what a Funko was when I was a comic book fan. And I like me some Wolverine. And I like me some Hugh Jackman Wolverine. He gets that character.
He also like really gives you Wolverine like Logan vibes.
He does.
I love it. Yeah.
He gets the character and he takes it seriously. I mean, that was a good count. So it was kind of worked because Ryan Reynolds' character is all about not taking anything seriously, breaking the hammer in that fourth wall.
Ugh.
And so he grounded it. He brought the gravitas.
Okay. Okay.
And it's like, I gotta admit, being a fan of the character Wolverine, we finally get to see him in the comic book costume, viciously murdering people.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you. I didn't cry. I wasn't like our buddy Pigeon. He shed a tear.
It's all
But
right.
I enjoyed that. So I would say this for comic nerds only. There was I didn't even really understand the fucking plot, and I know this shit. So if you're just like a normie that's like, hey, I like that Ryan Reynolds guy, you're gonna have no idea what's going on in this movie. But I
Yeah.
guess you don't see a Deadpool movie for a plot anyway. You just see
No.
it's for dick jokes and shit like that. So if you like dick jokes, chef's kiss.
And of course, we're living in the era of credits, post credits. Did you stick around for Lady Deadpool?
She was not in the post credits.
She wasn't?
There was a post credit scene. She's in the movie.
Oh, she's in the movie.
Well, there's a scene where there are like multiple versions of Deadpool. So you get Lady Deadpool. Who is it? Is it played by his wife?
I have no idea.
I think his real life wife plays Lady Deadpool.
I don't.
You get a cowboy Deadpool. I think, one thing I did enjoy was because it's the multiverse people, alternate realities. So he's looking for a Wolverine. So he goes to multiple different, and they give you really like from the comic book versions of Wolverine. It wasn't like they were making them up.
That's
So
kinda cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, it had to be fun to see. And,
Yeah, because they were just little. Yeah, it was little quick things.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
But yeah,
Bone Claw Wolverine.
Bum Clown.
Bone Claw.
No,
Wow, really?
not that I remember. They were going really fast. They might have been
Oh,
one.
okay.
But you get both comic book costumes. You get the brown and tan, and you get the yellow and blue.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
All right. Enough of this comic nerd shit. What did you see?
Well, Murray, as you know, I'm a big fan of storm chasing.
I hear it's all you're talking about.
Yeah. So
This
I
week
didn't.
must have been great for you because it's fucking raining all week.
Well, I didn't see any of the rain. Honestly, we were supposed to have the rain all the way down to Ohio. I didn't see any of it. Didn't see any of it on the way up either. I went and saw Twisters because I
The
didn't.
great classic Parker Brothers game. Who was
yeah.
it?
Was it Milton Brad? Was it Mattel?
All I know is, God bless you, Margot Robbie, and the success of Barbie. The lesson learned from your success was, hey, you can make woman-friendly movies with a message. No, the lesson learned is games and toy movies. That's what we need to do. So I'm so happy that they made a movie. I've always said when I play Twister, there's so much story waiting to be mined from this game.
Family story.
And I'm glad they did.
Tea party stories. There's
Awkward things where you're forced to have your face in your sister's crotch because of the game.
Tales from the Punch Bowl, man.
Well, this is where all that stepbrother and sister porn shit came from. Twister.
That's what it came from.
Yeah.
You think so?
So it must have been great.
Well, man, it's an entertaining movie. You'll get through it. You'll enjoy it. But you'll get through it. I promise you, you'll get through it, and you'll be like, "Yeah, that was all right."
This episode, you'll get through it.
You'll get through it. Man, we really needed that first. We had everything in that.
The first intro was fucking golden.
Millie,
I was actually proud to be associated with this show for the first time.
Millie came in with a zinger too. Mattingly tripped over a bowl of spaghetti and said something that we can't even say because it's only his people can say it.
Yeah.
So we can't.
Whatever meddling is, I don't know.
we don't ask.
Yeah. Don't
That's
ask, don't tell.
yeah, it's discrimination if we ask.
Twister.
Twisters. I've never seen
Oh,
Twister.
I've never either. I like me some Bill Paxton, but I don't like me some Twister movies.
Well, the one thing I do like is my friend sent me over a little behind the scenes of Twister, and they built a circus house for them to act in, and part of an action scene. And of course, this was just CGI and driving trucks, and this modern country pop bullshit.
That's America's music.
Oh my God! It's so bad.
That's one thing I did not like about Deadpool. A shit ton of ironic music placement. Like all of it was ironic. So it was all like, bubblegum pop shit, Paul Anka, whatever.
I blame
Neil Sedaka.
what's the Night of the Returning Living Dead, the one in the mall? Because they
Dawn of the Dead?
Dawn of the Dead. So I'm sorry, I got the names mixed up. But they redid that one in like 2007 or whatever. And they did Disturbed's Get Down with the Sickness as like a ballroom, you know.
Well, they didn't do that, but it was, I mean, they played the original version of the songs, but it was meant to be like, you're supposed to laugh at the song.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what I thought they were kind of doing with that movie too. Because I laughed when that came on in Dawn of the Dead.
Get up, get down with the sickness.
So
that's hilarious.
Was it? Anyways. So Twisters, it's good. It's just, it's got this new the heartthrob, the dude, the Chippendale dancer that will never be, who has zero charisma at all.
Yeah, well, you don't want to offend anybody now. So you want somebody that doesn't project any kind of personality, because some people are offended by the Riz.
Like, I saw Bill Paxton acting in the little fucking circus house, and he was just showing it off, and I was like, look at this man. He's a
game over, man.
I want to watch this movie based on just seeing Bill Paxton goof around in this house. I can't imagine Glenn Powell saying a single interesting thing.
I don't know who the fuck Glenn Powell is.
Yeah, I know. You'll see him.
And he's going to be in every movie for the next 3 fucking years, and then he's going to disappear.
You're probably going to find out he's in your favorite TV show. He's the lead actor, and you're like, that's that guy?
Yeah.
Because he's zero. He's a handsome man with fuckable abs, and you look at him, and you just say,
he's a himbo?
I'm not into this anymore.
Well, you say he's a himbo.
Yeah. I think gay guys look at him and say, I want labia now.
Or labia. Some people
or
in
labia.
Miami, they pronounce it labia.
Miami and the Hickville town of Miami, they call it labia.
Yeah.
We're done with movie talk. Okay. We're ready for movie talk, though.
Real movie talk. This movie, I got it. Look. You started out shaky, but you ended the Griffmas in July strong. And I was like, fuck, I gotta up my game. I can't come in with some cool cold shit. I gotta come on fire. And Griff, right now, the Olympics are happening.
They are happening. You watched any yet?
No, my mom's watching everything, but I don't give a shit. I don't know why this does. It kind of bums me out. Nobody cares anymore, because it was a big deal when I was a kid, the Olympics, and now nobody gives a shit.
You would have loved talking to my, I guess he's like a co-uncle or new uncle, whatever.
Co-uncle, yeah.
Co-uncle.
That's the right phrase.
Joe, because he was so into it. He's, Griff, don't you know about, I'm so sorry, I'm going to butcher her name, so I'm not going to try. There's like this sprinter for America who was supposed to be in the last Olympics or something, but her mom died, and so she smoked some weed, and when she went to go get tested, she tested positive for weed, so they were like, no. Okay. So she's out there with fucking giant sister nails on and everything.
She the chick covered in tattoos?
Yeah, she's covered in tattoos, too.
No. Maybe this is like a world thing. Maybe we're dinosaurs, because much like the movies we talk about, I just feel like it's not about amateur athletics anymore. It's about this is a business now.
It's analytics now.
And
you
don't get those stories anymore.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason that's why I picked this movie, because this is about guys, they're doing it for the love of the game. They're not doing this for fucking glory, for fucking money.
Yeah.
They're doing it because they love to beat the shit out of people. And so I was like, yeah, that's what I remember as a kid.
Tony Khan really Tony Khan. Our announcer at the end of the movie could teach Tony Khan a lesson, because he really drives the point home when the big tournament happens in this movie. The Americans are the huge underdog.
Yeah.
It would be like I forget the metaphor he made here, but he made a reference to it being like, America in the
America,
60s taking on
American
Canada.
basketball versus the world.
There we go. Are we really dominating?
No. Well, because that's the thing. That's why I don't like it, because those guys, they're professionals. They don't want to be doing this. They want to take their summers off.
They want to hang out with each other, but
They-
they don't actually want to like compete. Because they
They're-
seem to be having the times of their
they're
life.
phoning it in.
Oh,
Because they don't care. And I kind of understand, because they don't want to get injured for a fucking Olympic game, because all they care about their fucking $100 million paychecks. So give it back. Do we have to dominate everything? Because the only reason we fucking have pros is because in '88 we got the silver in fucking basketball.
Yeah.
And we lost our fucking minds. And oh my God, we lost for the first time ever. We didn't get gold. So now we have to bring in every fucking superstar to play. And hey, by the way, we didn't start that. This was a reaction to what Europe was doing by using professional athletes in their fucking Olympics.
Really?
We sold out and followed suit. And I think we need to bring it back and let college athletes, then again, nobody plays college ball anymore, but we need to bring it back. The purity of the sport. It's about amateurs. I don't like this shit. Not everything's got to be about money, people. Fuck's sake.
They're big enough. The pros, they already got their name. Like it should.
They don't want to be doing it.
Yeah.
But they're like, we got to win.
Right.
So they make them do it.
Man, best of the best though, Murray.
You
have amateurs in here.
You have guys who want to compete, want to be there,
and they do a good job because they come from different backgrounds. Hicksville, Miami, Rhode Island,
post-urban Detroit.
That's right.
Mean,
what?
And
Oregon,
even Portland, Oregon.
Oregon.
Shout out to Matt Ferdinabra.
You know how he learned how to fight?
Strip clubs? I don't know.
Strip clubs, of course. With that hair, Murray.
I don't know if Eric Roberts is over 6 feet. But yeah, I picked.
We can't. No, you can keep talking. I gotta look this up. I gotta know right now. You're not gonna.
I picked this movie. Well, they always lie about their height on those things. I picked this movie.
5'10". So even with this lie, you have to be. What did we say? 5'11". I mean, what does Chippendale say?
6 foot.
6 foot.
That's the law of the land in Chippendaleville.
Sorry, everybody.
When's Chippendales the movie gonna come out? I want to see the rebuttal to Barbie. Because men get objectified too. That's all. That's why we don't do video. Because Griff and I are tired of being objectified. Like, we have things to say.
We intimidate.
Well, that's true. We can't spell intimidation without TIL.
That's right. Well, Murray, not a lot of people have our piercingly sexy blue eyes.
That's true.
If we went to a Dune screening.
They'd be screaming.
They would be screaming. They'd be like, have you been taking the Spice Melange? Because your eyes are blue.
I go, no, baby, that's natural.
All natty.
What was I saying? So this movie, I picked it up on the DVDs.
You were basement bargaining, right? Or dumpster diving?
I wouldn't call it dumpster diving. I bought it for like $3, but it was used. I recycle. And I was like, I've heard, I think even we've gotten recommendations for this movie over the years. And I was like, all right, I'll put that in the back of my brain. And then, like I said, the Olympics kind of was like, yeah, this. I want to show what the Olympics used to be. It was all about the competition and all about respecting your opponents and all about the brotherhood of teamwork.
Yeah.
So I picked this movie because I first time I watched it was this week. And as I was watching it, I texted Griff and goes, you know what? I'm enjoying this movie a lot more than I thought I was. This is it's not a great movie, but it's a good movie. I mean,
it has a story arc. If I saw this in the theaters, I'd be much more impressed than seeing another Glenn Powell feature of him just smirking into the camera.
No smirking. That's what makes this movie good. There's no these guys. You have, I mean, we in our amazing first fucking intro, we were talking about how these guys might not be the most athletic because they're actors. They're not athletes. I think Tommy was probably a fighter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because he's Asian. So, but I'm like, Eric Roberts, he can fucking act, dude. James Earl Jones, voice of God. Of course he can fucking act. So they brought acting ability. Get this, Griff. You can actually, when you act, you can pretend to be somebody you're not.
Wow, what?
Yeah, you couldn't. Back then, you could do that. You can't do that now. You
This
can't
is-
pretend to be someone else.
This is bullshit, man. You're
so
fucking with
even
me.
though they weren't technically athletes, they pulled it off. I thought.
I mean, yeah, fight scenes weren't bad.
No, I mean, of course, you had your favorite Penn brother, Chris.
Murray, we're gonna have to get into this shit when we get into the episode. We're already like
Okay.
28 minutes into this intro.
My God, the 22 one was so much better.
It was.
All right. I'm sorry if I sound tired, but I am.
We're both fucking exhausted right now.
Yeah, you know how draining it is coming up with the gold we come up with, and we got 22 minutes that even we can't listen to.
It's hard. It's like building the greatest cake ever. Serving it up to Joe Coleman's whole family. There was 4,000 people there, I think, and tripping over that cake and landing with your face in it.
I thought you were going to say it's like building the best cake in the world and sitting on it, because apparently that's a sex fetish too.
Well, then that would be happy. That would be good for some people.
What's up with that?
Why
Why do people want to see a woman squat? I mean, I like ass. We know that.
I was gonna say.
I never was like, I want to see a woman squash a cake with her ass.
Yeah. There's that part where it's like, if you're
I
making,
want to grab them cakes, but I don't want to see them get sat on.
if you're like having an intimate moment, and you're making a cake, and the next thing
I don't want to. You know, I think I've said this before. I don't want to mix sex and food together. I don't like that.
So even if it was just like a little foreplay with some frosting somewhere, you would be like, no,
that's okay. No. That's okay. Like whipped cream on the nipples, that kind of shit. That's all right. Okay. I'm just saying I don't want to be covered in.
No. Tasteful amount.
Yes.
It's called tasteful.
Like an appetizer of sex, but not the entree.
You gotta get to the main course.
All right, everybody, sit back and enjoy this trailer, because I'm sure there's a trailer for this movie. It's the best of the best.
Team is not a team if you don't give a damn about one another.
You want number one or number two?
Trust Dad.
Mom, I gotta go.
What does it take to turn 5 uncontrollable characters into one unbeatable team?
Even with my help, it will be difficult, if not nearly impossible, to defeat a team from Korea.
I'm afraid. You need this fight bad. You need this fight for you, man.
I'm here to teach you how to win. Winning isn't a sometime thing. Winning is an all-time thing.
This is the only thing I know I am good at. Don't take that away from me.
You can work. You can sweat. You can train. You can dream and never be better than good. But when the right people come together at the right moment, when they care almost as much about winning as they do about each other, they can become the best of the best.
Someone who lose, someone who wants to win. Only the strong will survive. Reach for the best you have within. There is no compromise. You have to stand up and fight when the challenge is right. Through the tears and the pain, still the glory remains. You see the vision in sight. Put yourself to the test. Be the best of the best.
I'm gonna take your head off.
The dawn has risen, and we're training in that fucking sweet sun glow. Beautiful sun. That's the harshest time for the sun, when it's closest to the horizon, actually.
I thought it was noon.
I think it is. I don't know. I'm trying.
Katsu's at dawn. We're seeing Korea. Just Korea. There's no north or south in this movie. They're both our enemy.
When you're incredibly intelligent about movie details and fighting details and montage details, training details, this already makes me a little concerned.
Yeah,
All that outdoors.
yeah, I know. I'm like, oh my god, we have no chance. But maybe that's what they're trying to do. We can't. If it comes easy, where's the movie? The movie's supposed to be about overcoming obstacles. So of course they're stacking the deck against our boys.
You just wrote the first verse of the song. If it comes easy,
Yeah.
katas at dawn.
Nothing comes easy when you're doing katas at dawn.
It's Bon Jovi song, apparently.
Yeah. Well, yes. What era are we in?
Yeah, it's
We
true.
opened with a fucking cock rock song.
All right, guys, but we're jumping over to the Rust Belt of the world, where all the
I'm like,
automotive
holy shit. Of course, our heroes from the Motor City, because shorthand for Detroit is always 5 seconds of an assembly line. They do it every fucking time we have a Detroit Lions game on national TV. And it's played here. We got to show a guy working on the assembly line. That's all we're about in Michigan is just making cars. There's nothing else to us.
And it's old school. So there's none of which I'm happy that we have improvements here. No high visibility vests, no goggles. There's guys with cigarettes, shirtless,
covered in grease.
One guy's helicoptering a woman worker there. Yeah, it was a terrible place to work for everybody.
But no, thanks to right to work states, we're not in Michigan. We're in that liberal hellhole
Oregano.
And I'm like, what? When did they start making cars in Oregano?
So we're offended, but thankfully there is a man here, you could tell he's blue collar. He's wearing a blue collar, but he's got rock star hair and beautiful eyes that just take you back to Detroit, back to the Rust Belt. Eric Roberts, Alex Grady.
Got off his shift. He has got this beaming smile. His fucking coworker, did you recognize his coworker?
I didn't. Who was it?
Mr. Blue from Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, okay. I probably did. Yeah.
He had like one line.
Yeah. Hey, man, want to go get a beer?
Nope. I got to go see. And by the way, people, if you can find anyone ever that looks at you the way Eric Roberts looks at one Walter.
Yeah.
You found your soulmate.
Yeah.
He's talking about his son. And it's like, so I'm assuming, estranged family life. He's getting his kid for like once a year. He gets to see his kid. No, he lives with his kid. And he's just like, I can't wait to get home and see Walter.
I got to tell you, I watched this movie Monday. It's Saturday as of today. And so I went through it again today. But after seeing Twisters and seeing Glenn Powell not emote a single emotion, not being able to do anything, Eric Roberts is fucking phenomenal.
He's emoting the fuck out of this movie.
Like the joy, you're talking about it, and people might think we're talking this up. No, he's legit just fucking bringing it. And I'm so sorry. I am clogged up. I sound even worse than usual.
This movie might break the record for most montages in a single movie.
Competing with Rocky IV.
And I appreciate, and that was half of Rocky IV was montage. I appreciate that because 97-minute movie.
And we'll make it 4 hours here, people. And sure enough, we're cutting back over to that sweet suburb of Portland, Oregon. And we see our man, Eric Roberts. Hair's down now?
I think so, yeah.
I'm telling you, it's down.
He only puts it up for a fight.
Yeah. He's got the Dockers pulled all the way up. He's got a short sleeve sweater on with a giant V in it. It's got a nice, ribbon effect going on there. Tucked into the slacks.
Do you have any, necklaces on?
No necklaces. He's no Joe Coleman. Okay. And he's teaching his son how to ride. He's got ape hanger handlebars on his bike for some reason. Son's supposed to be.
This was the 80s after all.
Yes.
Was he riding an adult bike like I had to learn how to ride a bike?
I had to learn. No, my second bike was an adult bike for some reason. But yeah. We didn't
have kids' bikes when I was a kid. It was like learn, and you earned it. You earned how to ride a bicycle because you wiped out, and there were no pads, there were no helmets.
Do you remember much of learning how to ride a bike?
Yeah, it took me a while. I mean, I started out with the training wheels.
Yep.
Kids made fun of me for having training wheels, so I was like, I gotta learn.
Wow.
Wiped out many a time, and then somehow it You just learn. It's like
It's
I don't
just that
remember
thing.
learning how to read. It was like one day I could read, one day I couldn't, or one day I still can't speak, but one day I couldn't read and then I could.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just happened.
It's crazy. Like, I remember the first time they let me go and I rode into the streets.
Just like young Walter.
Yep.
I'm doing it, Dad.
And then he gets a little too, but he falls over.
But that's how you learn.
That is how you gotta learn. The one thing I try to
You
teach.
gotta learn how to ride a bike.
You may scrape your knees, but one day you'll be a breeze. We're working on it, guys. Work in progress. But this is coming
Workshopping
together. God damn it. And
Well,
then,
there's a lot of these inspiring songs because we have multiple montages, so you have to have a montage song.
yeah. Gotta get on your knees because you gotta relate it to breeze and
Back on that bike, just like your life. No.
don't let life ride you like you ride that bike.
We're still workshopping it. All right, so we're like, this guy loves his kid. He's a great human being.
Whoa, we gotta cut it in with a new character, people.
Reddit dojo, little kid dojo.
A Kojo.
Kids are doing their katas.
Except two kids.
Well, yeah, we see an Asian man observing.
Beautiful hair.
And not as beautiful as Eric's, but it was.
Oh, yeah,
it
it
was
wasn't
adequate.
Well, they gave him a young man's mullet. So.
Two little kids. Well, it was 89.
89.
Two little kids start fighting, and he immediately busts in and it's like, "Hey!" He's making the kids wear leaded sandals. I noticed that, and they're like,
Yup, they were doing the flamingo poses and everything. And you're expecting some daddy discipline here, but no. Soft-spoken. He carries a big stick, but he's soft-spoken. Children, wouldn't it be better to be friends? Yeah, it would be.
Why do we learn this? For discipline? Yes. We don't learn martial arts to fight. We learn it to not fight.
He turns back to the
You gotta learn how to fight, to take on the mites, and never fight again.
back to back with your best friend. We'll defend each other to the very end. It's just coming together.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Welcome to this episode.
This is called the Slap Happy episode.
It really is. I'm glad we're recording. Still recording.
All right. As he's doing it, a woman, I don't know who she was in relation to him. She has a letter for him.
Yeah.
Hands it to Tommy. This is the Asian man who's running the dojo.
Yep.
Tommy Lee, not to be confused with rocker Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
This is Asian Tommy
I
Lee.
did like that part.
And he hands her a letter, and then he opens it up. Yeah. And then we cut back to Oregon. We see Alex with that same letter. You've been accepted to the national karate team.
We see Alex sit down because he's got to have a discussion. He's a father. We know
Right.
this. But what we're about to learn,
Single father.
Murray, again, I love talking about this shit because I just watched Twisters. There's houses all over the place in that movie. Go into the interiors, they don't look lived in. They look like the blankest, blandest, beigest Glen Powell of houses ever. Yeah. I loved looking at Alex's mom's house. That's right, people. Alex lives with his mom and his son.
Played by Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
That was Nurse Ratched?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Louise Fletcher.
So
who was probably like 15 years older than Eric Roberts at this time.
Probably, yeah.
But
they gave her a good mom haircut, though. It really worked. It really worked. But their house looked so fucking lived in. It looked, oh my God, I loved it.
Probably was a house they rented.
Yeah, it looked so good. I loved it. But we got a lot more to learn about Alex, is all I'm going to say.
Well, one thing we got to learn is, what is a hero without a loved one in his life who doesn't believe in him? So she immediately pipes up, what about that fucked up shoulder of yours?
Plastic screws. I need this. I'm sorry, he's a better actor than me.
My son needs this. He needs to see that his father isn't just a fucking shop rat. I can fight.
Honey, your son needs you in his life. I have no life without fighting. That should have been the Bon Jovi voice.
It'll be 3 months. I gotta do this, Ma. She relents. She'll do the work that a woman is born to do, raise a child.
Right, because he does tell her, She asks him, like, what about your son? Who's going to raise your son? That's woman's work, Mom. You can
And
take
I don't have a wife anymore. Cut to him reading a story to his wee. To this show, I've noticed. Did your mom ever read to you?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Sorry, Mary.
I'm
glad you turned out as well as you did.
I'm totally fucked up. But
Well, you're.
I
That's not
hide
this episode. That's a tippy tap.
Yeah, I hide it well. But he this is like shorthand for Karen. It's like I hate when parents like have to say, and I don't know when this happened because it did not happen at all when I was a kid. Got to drive my kid to school this morning. Like people think that's the ultimate in parenting. If you chauffeur your kid to school,
Yeah.
nobody got driven to school when either on the bus or you fucking walked. That was it. I remember there was one time where I was like, Mom, I always had that asshole first period teacher that would be a douche about being late.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna be late. I literally lived 3 blocks away from school. Can you drop me off? No.
No.
Yeah, I hate when I hear that. Like it's because that's like shorthand for I'm a great parent because I drive my kid to school.
I think you're reading that wrong. I think people do use that in the same way.
Celebrities love to use that. If
Yes.
you ever see a celebrity, because they're never in their kid's life
I
at
think
all.
people use that in the same way, like who adopted who. I own a pit bull, and the pit bull is the sweetest dog ever, and everything.
No, I have a pit bull. They're vicious. Watch out.
They're dummies. They're big dumb animals. So always be careful. Always mind. But I think that's what it's become. Is my age group especially, we're trying to get leverage with our work to be like, we want to show up fucking later, so we're gonna be a cool parent and drop our kid off at school. It's like you're trying to take a little bit more of your life back from your work life.
It's just 8 hours a day, people.
That's how I see it.
So he's reading a story, and they're like, Dad, are you leaving me? Well, yeah, I got my own dreams, you know? I thought your mom was going to raise you.
Son, I got a record over here by Bon Jovi I think you need to hear. It's called You Gotta Fight to Win.
How long are you going to be? The kid's like 12. How long
He is
are
12.
you going to be gone? 2 months? Well, more like 3. But I'm going to bring back a shiny gold medal for you, kid. Well, you better win.
Tussles his hair, kisses him on the brow, and we're doing a quick cut back over to our Korea training.
We're back out in that field. 100 guys doing katas in unison. Did you notice? This has bugged me about Tommy's teaching. When the kids were doing the katas, some kids were throwing lefts and some were throwing right. The whole thing about katas is you're all in unison.
And I watched synchronized diving last night. Why are divers jacked to the fucking gills?
Because it's a hard thing to do. I mean, you're basically a gymnast / swimmer.
Yeah.
You're a diver, so it's not easy.
Like, again, movies have fucked me now because I'm noticing these details. I am noticing every fucking muscle in these men. Every one of them. Jesus Christ. That's incredible.
By the way, Griff doubted my Jason Statham knowledge. I mean, first of all,
I did.
all his raspy guys stick together. Raspy voiced guys.
Yes, that's true.
And so I was like, yeah, he was a fucking diver. And he's like, I don't know. It took fucking Mike sending a little clip of him diving with hair. No one's ever seen Jason Statham with hair.
Yeah. You can't type in a password on a computer, and yet if you sent me that video, I would have been like, this is a deep fake. You made a deep fake to fuck with me.
And I would have went to that much trouble for that.
That was the joke.
So Korea, they're not fucking around. They're training. And to show how like badass, once again, Korea. I'm assuming it's North Korea. They're like, we're not gonna.
In '89, Korea reunited.
Apparently, with the fall of the Soviet Union, I guess all communism fell and Korea reunited.
It's like a toxic relationship, like you always tell us. You have to start with hate. Korea started with love, and they just loved each other so hard. Then they broke up. Then they got back together in '89.
2 Koreas love each other really hard, Griff. Baby Korea is born.
A baby Korea is born.
So yeah, it's a little island right off the coast. So it's Korea, and to show we got to. I mean, we got to show how badass these guys are. So you got to have at least one guy with an eye patch. We get that.
Yeah. It helps them stand out too.
Yeah.
They did a good job of making sure that guy stood out.
Yeah. And we're not making any references to Asian people looking the same. You can do that.
You can do that.
But yeah, they needed these guys to stand out. One of the guys, Quan, I think he was, the guy that Alex fought, he's been in movies we've done. I recognize that guy. But I think he was in Mortal Kombat, actually.
That sounds right.
And so they're getting selected for this big tournament between Korea and America, which apparently was competing when they did it in America. It was in a high school gym.
Yes.
That's that big.
And that's what we're about to go to here in a second. But we're seeing everybody get their little like honor. They're getting clapped in unison. If you notice, they don't just do their.
Well, it's a little clap because this is expected for them to come back with glory.
Yeah.
You know, they're not. They're like the Yoda. There's no try. There's just do.
There is only do. And of course, we're gonna quote the great Mike Lombardi. What's his name?
Vince Lombardi.
Vince Lombardi. Was Mike Lombardi the offensive coordinator for the
think
Lions?
so.
Yeah.
He-
That's why that name's in my head. He was great. But our boys, we're going back to America, going back to a classic of America. All the high events happen in high school gyms.
Yeah.
$100 million karate tournaments, wrestling, pro wrestling,
$30,000 roller boogie contest.
roller boogie. Oh my God, they all happen
in high school.
in high schools. Yeah,
So our boys arrived for the U.S. tryouts, and this is where we get. Like I liked it, man. Everybody stood out.
yep.
First, we meet Travis, played by Travis Tritt, played by Griff's favorite actor, Chris Penn.
Hated him.
Shit kicker. He's got the fucking cowboy hat on. He's chewing tobacco. Gigantic belt buckle. Boombox playing "The Devil Came Down to Georgia."
Georgia? Shouldn't they have Florida music?
I don't.
Miami people, not
So horny would be Florida music.
not Panhandle or something. Miami.
Yeah, this is what bugged the shit out of me. This guy, you look at him, go Texas boy.
Texas.
He's dressed like a fucking cowboy. He's got shit kickers on. He's got a 10-gallon hat. Cowboy. No, and I could, like you said, if he was from the fucking redneck Riviera, the fucking Panhandle, the balls of Florida, if you will, the dangling dick is where Miami's at.
Sure. Tip of the dick.
I believe that. Oh, Jacksonville. I get that. No, he's from Miami, where it's like just Cubans and retired Jews. It's Miami.
Put him somewhere in the labia
And
of
Sonny Crockett and Sonny Burnett.
yeah. Put him somewhere like in the labias of Alabama or something. But no, they decided to pop him over into.
And he's cocky as fuck. He's just owning the gym.
He's mocking people. He's finding people who are not quite white enough and mocking that. He's got a racist streak to him.
Well, he is from the South.
He
has a cowboy hat. Racist.
Everything is telling us he's from like
We meet two characters, Sonny, the son of Detroit. I think we both felt kinship with this guy.
That's right.
Because we're both Italian and we're both from Detroit. Because that's his character arc. I'm from Detroit and I'm Italian.
Yeah.
And he meets up with Virgil, the guy who's in the spiritual side of martial arts.
Yes.
Like, he only does martial arts because he has to. He's interested in the spirituality of it all. Virgil. And they're talking about titty milk, which you do when guys get together.
We do like a really cool way to introduce these three characters because Travis is actually bumping into Virgil and mocking him. Because Travis is a stout gentleman, and then Virgil is a wormy. He's got big round glasses and everything. He looks like a nerd. Chin-strap beard. He's looking like a nerd, so he pushes into him. Hey, man, you just latch off your mom's tit? You fucking sick fuck nerd bitch.
And Sonny goes, I like titty milk. I still like it.
I gotta tell you, I'm Italian. My name's Sonny. What about you?
They say, like, fucking Italian guys are mama's boys, so maybe he has mother's milk still. I don't know.
Yeah, and Virgil, very cautious, kind of nerd nervousness, takes off his glasses, cleans up. Well, I gotta tell you, actually, titty milk's really good. It's high in iron and proteins, and I still, I drank it for a long time. Grade school, I was still drinking it. And Sonny is just like, no fucking way, seriously?
We get a scene to show what, we've shown what a hard-ass Travis is. Him and Grady are getting ready. I'm sorry, Alex Grady. Alex is getting ready, and Alex is like, hey, you mind if I borrow some of that tape? Because he's taping up his fist. He's like, yeah. and fucking doesn't give it to him and just fucking leaves.
Like,
And then Tommy swoops in. Here's some tape, brother. And like,
yeah,
we're getting our group together, Griff.
they did a good job in this whole mess of people. Not one Glenn Powell not able to stand out. I hate Chris Penn, but he fucking stands out. His heel work in this movie, just the fact alone, he is a fucking cowboy out of Miami. It works. It works.
So now the tryouts start. Travis and our boy from Detroit, Sonny, going back and forth.
And of course, it's getting hot because Sonny took up for Virgil. Sonny's got long, flowing, hippie black hair.
And Travis is the complete opposite of Virgil. He's in martial arts just to hurt people. He doesn't care about the spiritual side at all.
Yeah.
So he gets heated and hot and loses his cool all the time in his match. That's his one weakness. He always loses his cool.
Oh, yeah. And, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. But as we're seeing in this fight is, God, what was I trying to get to? I don't know. It's gone.
Sonny beats Travis because Travis lost his cool. But Frank Kuzma, was that his name?
Yeah. C-U-Z-M-A.
Kuza?
No, C-U-Z-M-A.
Okay. Played by the great James Earl Jones, Tulsa Doom, Darth Vader. We all know him. We all love him.
Love him.
He's like, I like that kid's moxie. He needs some of my training, but I can do something with that. I can mold that Travis.
He's got such a good resting coach face. Like, he looks like a coach. He's just got that look of like, oh, fuck, this could go wrong at any second.
All right, so now we see all our boys, our main guys, we've seen them fight. Now it's deciding who's going to, because only 5 guys make the cut for this.
Yeah.
All right. So we're in Frank's office, and then who walks in?
Your boy. I should have set you up for Murray. Who walks in?
John P. Ryan, people. The P stands for perfection. So he's like, apparently his name is Jennings. I think he's like a rich guy who's like sponsoring the team.
Yes.
And he's like, Frank, this was great. I loved it. We have so many badasses here. But I noticed on your roster, Alex
Grady?
He's got that gimpy shoulder. Why did you pick him?
Look, me. I get James Earl Jones. You had to take out fuck, so I'm left with James. Look, man, my team, your funding. Walk.
Right. He's a no-nonsense coach. He's a Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right.
And he's like, you better Bill Belichick yourself, Jennings.
That fucking interview I saw with Bill Belichick makes sense because people were asking him all these questions. Who's your inspiration? And he turned to them. No.
Me. All right. So Jennings accepts it. He's like, you know what you're doing. I'm just the Mark Cuban of this thing. And now we have all the guys, hundreds of guys want to be on this team. We got fucking Danny LaRusso. We got fucking
his opponent, that guy.
Yeah, Johnny.
We're doing so good at references. You come to this show for the references, right?
Bolo for some reasons there.
Okay, if Bolo was there and they didn't pick up, this movie's fucking rigged. Everybody, Griff's a Bolo fan.
Apparently you guys are too. Doing great.
Thank you.
I was worried. Blood fight started out really tepid, and I was worried. I was like, fucking hell, Griff. Have we lost the plot? Have they abandoned? Why? I was like Jesus on the cross. Why hast thou abandoned me? But the next morning,
yeah. I just want to say, as somebody who gets 1 month out of the year, to show up, to unravel a whole plethora of movies, to speak about me, to have fun with, and the people don't show up. People don't show up. It hurts. I'm throwing a birthday party for me a whole month long.
Sounds like a pity party right now.
It is a pity party because no one shows up.
No, they showed up.
They did. They did.
All right. First up, Travis Tritt from down home Miami, Florida.
Yeehaw! Why is there a yeehaw?
From Detroit, Michigan, Sonny Goomba. I don't remember what his fucking last name was.
It was actually Gumbano, but...
From Fresno, California, Tommy Lee.
You just gonna skip Virgil?
From Providence, Rhode Island. I don't remember where they're all from.
I know. I said Rhode Island for Virgil too.
Virgil.
He's supposed to be like a West Coast hippie, and he's from Rhode Island.
Yeah, but he's intellectual. He's from like the Ivy League area.
Oh yeah, okay, good.
And we're like getting worried for our hero, fucking Alex. There's only one spot left.
They did slow time down here. You see, there's a shot clock in the back. We're in a high school gym, people. They have the shot clock counting down in the background, and we're waiting for it to hit zero for the final announcement.
It's like the fucking draft.
Yeah,
almost.
it's a buzzer beater announcement.
Alex Grady from Portland, Oregon.
And the gym fucking goes crazy. Even Bolo, they cut over to him, and he's got that Bolo smirk, and he does his little golf clap. I loved it. He did hand him his headband.
Yeah. So we go to the locker room. Frank, all business. Whoever's not involved with his team, out.
Get the fuck out of my locker room. I need to talk to my boys.
Now listen up. You're mine for 3 months. No women, no alcohol, and absolutely no drugs. I have 2 rules for my team. 1, never be late. If you're 5 minutes early, you're 10 minutes late. 2, you will function as a team. You will be like a Zord from Power Rangers. 5 pieces that come together to fight as one. And our boys are like, all right, but we haven't started training yet. You have 1 night, 2 nights to go into town, get your dick wet, and then training nonstop for 3 months.
Don over here will escort you to the rowdiest Nashville. We're apparently in Nashville.
Yeah.
Rowdiest honky tonk
The
bar.
home of martial arts, Nashville.
Of course. To the rowdiest honky tonk bar to get your dick wet. And let me tell you, boys,
These women are whores.
what he tells them is the exact
If you can't score, if you can't get pussy in a troop train or whatever the fuck Jim Cornette says, you're pathetic.
Everybody, Murray's going on with his famous fibs here. James Earl Jones tells them, these women do not know their own mind. You are not going to fuck. You are all going to try, and you're all going to come back dry, as Griff likes it.
And I recommend you wear a condom. That's all I'm going to say. Penicillin.
We're getting mixed signals here now. You're saying one thing, I'm telling you, you're completely fucking wrong. All right.
So we also, I forgot to mention, we meet Don, who's the analytics.
We barely met Don at this point. We point him out.
He's the assistant coach.
He's got a full beard. He looks like Quint from Jaws. He is the analytical. Is it Quint that's the nerd in Jaws?
No, it's Hooper.
Hooper! God, that movie's so fucking good. So he's our Hooper. He's got. We're about to learn.
He has every fight ever recorded by mankind on his floppy disks.
He's already been set. Okay, we're like going to some kind of apartment complex that they're going to live in. It's not a hotel.
It's like a dormitory.
Yeah, because apparently Don's been living here already. He's got a full fucking library.
He's prepping, yeah.
Yeah. Of all of his data set
Got his
up.
Gateway computer set up. He's
Gateway.
ready to go.
Gateway probably would run our fucking recording software better.
That was the first computer we had. Maybe if I have it still in the basement, I can bring it over.
The first computer we ran on for 4.5 years is Arch Linux.
No, I'm talking about my home. That was the first.
Oh,
My mom
I'm
got
sorry.
A Gateway.
I think we had a Gateway. Our first 2, I think, were Gateways. All right. So we're going to learn. These boys have to, of course, when you have 5 people on your team, that means you're going to have to couple off, Murray.
Right.
Because the numbers. That's how they work.
Well,
They include Don.
Yes. Yeah.
I know. You're doing the math. You're trying to make.
Before that, Frank is walking out because he probably has like a fucking suite at the Omni or some shit while they're living in a dormitory. And Jennings comes out and he's like, Frank, all right, I went with your picks, but I noticed you had you had a missing spot for an assistant coach. We always have 2, and you only have 1.
Yeah. He starts pitching to him. I need you to take on it. Nope.
You hired me to do things my way. But I gotta say, I found this person, Wade. He's a bit of a sensei, if you will. Yeah. He's about the spiritual, he's about the mental aspects of fighting. I think
they were using they thems.
Yeah.
John P. Ryan was. They wanted to allude to this whole
And
part.
No.
Well,
you hired me to do a job, and I'm going to do it my way.
It's unfortunate. for you, Fred. I can't do voices. The problem with James Earl Jones' plan here, what's his name?
Frank
Kuzma. Frank Kuzma.
I'm sure he was playing black guy's named Kuzma.
He's from Miami.
He's from Miami too.
The non-cowboy part of Miami.
Oh. You mean all of it? Yeah.
It sounds like a Cuban.
I mean, there's cocaine cowboys, I'm sure, in Miami.
It sounds kind of Cuban, doesn't it? Kuzma?
No, it's not even remotely.
No?
There's nothing Hispanic about the name Kuzma.
Kuzma? Doesn't sound okay.
I get like an Eastern European vibe.
Eastern European, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
But he tells them, well, it's too bad because you have an opening spot on your roster for a fucking assistant coach, and I'm gonna fill it. So you got a new sensei, friend.
The Coos don't like it.
Coos is
don't abuse the Coos.
Yeah, Coos is gonna be. We just found our name for Frank. It's Coos. So Coos is upset, but he knows when he's been bested, and when you've got two Titans like Coos and John P. Ryan going together, you know you're gonna lose some battles. So you got to pick your battles, and he is not picking this battle.
Right. He's already said in his mind, much like I'm sure Belichick would. I'm gonna ignore everything this person has to say. I'm gonna do it my way or the.
Is this hire going to be Matt Patricia? He did wear. Sorry, we're spoiling it.
He did mention a sensei had a degree in rocket science,
and always kept a pencil behind their ear.
So our boys arrive at the dormitory, and we got to pair off. Travis immediately, why would he be drawn to the martial arts if he hates Asians as bad as he does in this movie?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, he's just
he would be a boxer. That chop socket shit is bullshit.
Everybody, Murray is only using language that the character in this movie uses.
I'm playing the role of Travis Tritt.
That's all he's doing.
And so as they're going in the room, they both go into the doorway at the same time, and Travis's shoulder blocks him.
He's still got the boombox rocking and everything.
And he tips his hat. Me so sorry.
But we watched Tommy and Alex share a room.
Well, of course, they're the stars of the movie.
They're the two top dogs.
Yeah.
They share a room. Alex is so pumped. He's fucking ham-boning like a motherfucker. He's opening his backpack. He can barely get
He's not pumped to fight. He's pumped to show off the picture of Walter.
You think that's what it was?
Yes, because he loves Walter.
I mean, right on top of his shoes was the picture of his wife, his late wife, and
Melissa.
Walter.
Puts it up, and Tommy's like, cute kid, sexy wife. Did she swallow? Spit? And he's just like, you never asked your fucking married friend? That's the first thing I ask. Well, the first thing I ask is, if you were into fucking cars, what car would you fuck? And then I ask, spit or swallow? And Alex goes, you better believe she swallowed. But no, she's dead. And then he's like, ooh, fuck.
Better change the subject. That's a pretty cute kid. Let me guess. 5 going on 30?
Yeah.
See, this is what's funny to me is the kid is clearly 12 years old. Clearly.
All right.
In fact, he was in a movie last year as a 12-year-old.
Sonny and Analytic Don are sharing a room. He's got all his computers set up. It's like fucking monitors everywhere.
Dude, yeah, no, it's the Matrix. He's got a Matrix.
You know what it looks like? It looked like the
dog guy from Blood Moon.
No, the scam room from Beekeeper. He's got the fucking strobe lights.
I like that.
I don't know how he did it in this little dormitory room, but he made it look gigantic and cavernous.
He's got the EDM blasting, and then he turns to. He's like, I'm gonna learn about Sonny. So he turns it down and looks back at Sonny, who's got headphones. He's coming out of the shower with the wet hair. He's got his pecs blasting, a little jellied up. He wants.
There's a lot of pec jelly in this.
A lot of pec jelly,
especially later on.
And they start talking. Hey, you're from Detroit, right? What? Hey, you're from Detroit, right?
Is it really as bad as they say? Well, let's just say he was ahead of his time, Griff. He's like, let's just say it's urban. Of course, we all know that's code for black.
He called it post-urban.
Then he said, well, I guess you could say it's post-urban.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Dresden after the firebombing, 1942. So, all right, man. You probably wonder why us Detroit people have a chip on our shoulder, because
Yeah.
we get shit on non-fucking stop. There's a reason why there's a clothing line called Detroit versus Everybody.
Mhm.
Because for every time, like every city has their shitty side of town.
Yes.
But only Detroit is considered a hellhole all around the world. I'm sure some of our international listeners, like all you think about Detroit is it's RoboCop.
Yeah.
Like it's literally just rape and murder nonstop.
Our good friend, Mr. Lapham, I had dinner with him the other night, and he dropped a fact on me that I didn't understand. I was unaware of. He said, "Hey, you know Manhattan? Yeah, take that. Now take Boston. Now take fucking Los Angeles." He was like, "Take all the biggest cities. They all fit in Detroit." Detroit is fucking enormous. Obviously, the downtown isn't that big, but it's fucking enormous.
Really?
It's
You could
so-
wait. Detroit's bigger than LA? Because
Yeah,
LA's
it
like
might-
spread out.
LA might.
Remember, there's at least 132,000 people living in LA, bro.
Today,
Yeah, today.
Yeah, in the 90s, it was 500 people,
Yeah.
period. It might not have been in LA, but a lot of the bigger cities, it's like they could fit in fucking Detroit, and it's just, that's what fucking happened to our
Well, there
city.
used to be almost 2 million people lived in Detroit at one time. Now it's
Yeah.
like under 1 million, but
a lot of racism.
But I'm just saying that. Look, Detroit's got a lot of horrible shit about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to candy coat it. But so much awesome shit came out of this city that we don't even get credit for.
Yeah.
Put some respect on the name of Detroit. All
It's
right.
true. It's true. And, I'm not bold enough to say that.
So, Don, he's like, Sonny's like, what's up with all that computer stuff you got? This is the Detroit accent I'm giving, of course. He's like, what's up with this computer stuff you're doing?
I understand it. That's actually
Yeah.
the only time I understand Murray.
I know. And we tone it down so you guys can, because sometimes people don't know what we're saying. It's like we were struggling with Susie and Kai last week. We're like, what
That's
the
right.
fuck are they saying?
We can't even talk to people about party stores. And they're
Right,
just like, what
yeah.
the fuck? So yeah. Oh, I got all the data on everybody. Graph, pie chart, wing chart, labia chart. I got them all. And visual graphics. Have you ever heard of Virtual Fighter 98? Of course you haven't. It hasn't even happened yet, but it exists on this floppy
In 9
disk.
years it will.
Yeah. And he starts showing off all the and Sonny, he's a fucking open-minded, rad dude, as most Detroiters are. So he's taking it all in, and they're smiling, they're giggling, they're laughing, they're at the time of their lives. And he's like, "Hey man, what's your gig? What's you got headphones on? What are you listening?"
Well, I think he's trying to relate with his technology.
Yeah.
So, was it a CD player? What the fuck did he have?
It looked like it was a lunchbox, but he had rigged it up so it had like speakers, which, by the way, did inspire people to start putting speakers on coolers. So Sonny and whoever did this movie deserve credit. They deserve their flowers, their coolers. And so he opens up the lid of the lunchbox to show off what he's been listening to, and he takes the
We're expecting some Motown sound, some Kid Rock maybe, yodeling in the valley.
He takes the God damn it! I hate you so much, so much.
You know,
for that
Sonny
reference.
would listen to that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But he takes
He's
off
from downriver. We know you know that.
Taylor, Tucky, Joe's hometown. So he takes out the aux cord and he puts it into the speakers that he has hooked up to the cooler.
Figaro, 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 Figaro. He's a cultured guy, like most Detroiters are.
And Don is loving it. Oh yeah, man!
I don't think he really was. I think he's humoring him. He's
Dude,
like,
if he,
because he was wanting some of that yodeling
It was-
in the valley,
yeah.
and he's just like, yeah. All right,
you wanted to eat yogurt out of him?
yogurt out of his valley. So now
We can't turn that into a bad joke. Yoga.
I wanna eat yoga in your valley.
Feeding chocolate chips on my chin.
You put chocolate chips on your yogurt?
My nephew does.
Your nephew's fucking weird, though.
They eat chocolate chips on everything. They're fucking children and they hate food. My nephew is once again in a phase where he hates eating.
Those kids got problems. Those kids need a sensei in their life.
They really do.
Travis decked out in his fucking urban cowboy wear. He's got the blazer with the fucking gigantic belt buckle, jeans with the fucking cowboy boots.
Oh, he had lapels that didn't match his jacket and everything.
Yeah, he's got to flare
Dude,
it up.
styling,
Profiling. He's looking at the mirror, checking himself out.
He's punching into the mirror. Oh yeah, it's happening tonight.
I can't wait to give these ladies some of my Miami love muscle.
Okay, was he from Miami only for that line, Miami love muscle? I've been to Miami. I've never talked to people in Miami. Is that
That's my favorite Gloria Estefan song, Miami Love Muscle? Oh, you've heard it.
Yes, of course.
Virgil.
What do you think I play when I fuck, dude?
Virgil.
Something's got to get him wet. It's not me.
I thought you say someone's got to get him dry. Virgil is in the lotus position. He's doing his mantras. He's like, he's not even in that room. He's somewhere else. He's astral projecting. He's watching himself above. His spirit is.
Yeah.
And then fucking Travis comes up to, come on there, boy. We got to get us some labia, inner and outer. Which raises the question, Griff. Labia. What's your feeling on labia? What you like it? You not like it?
I
feel like. I mean, there's the coin slot pussies. There's the meat curtains. What's your preference?
Look, I haven't met a vagina I haven't liked.
I agree. I don't care. Labia, inner and outer. I'm fine with them.
Like it. I feel bad. So bad for the ladies who take it very self-consciously.
Yeah,
because I've dated women.
Guys don't care about that, ladies.
I've dated women.
I can say ladies now because we have 2 women who listen to this.
There we go.
Guys don't care about that.
It's like I've dated women with smaller breasts and larger breasts, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
they all hate their tits, and it's like we're drooling over your tits the whole time. We love your tits. We love you and your tits, and it's just like, man. Oh, I feel so. I just leave you feeling so bad.
Back to labia.
Thank you.
That snaps Virgil out. He's just like, inner and outer. Yes, sir. He's like leaps off the fucking bed. He is ready to go.
And we're at the bar. Sonny hustling some pool. We see a guy that Murray recognized as the guy who played Freddy.
Kane Hodder. Freddy, no. Played Jason. That's right, Mike. Kane Hodder plays a mulleted goon in this movie.
With a hot bimbo 80s.
Oh,
babe.
my God. I loved her. That was some classic 80s trash.
She had like tequila with the lime in it, and she was just like licking the glass the whole time.
Oh, that's some fine 80s trash. I liked her.
Okay.
And so like she's probably the hottest chick in this town. So she's got she's dating Bluto, basically, the biggest badass in town.
Biggest
quote
unquote badass.
Until our boys show up.
As we know about all the bullies, they're projecting. They're just pieces of shit.
So,
apparently our boys showed up, or they did it. Who knows?
My boy Alex, and even though he's a widow, he still is like a married man. He's like, I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna observe. Tommy, like every Asian man in the history of movies, sexless. So he's not going to try to get laid.
Exactly.
So they're just at the bar, just chilling at the bar.
Make your legs shaky. You can't be doing that. Travis, we get a nice cut of Travis hanging out by the bathroom, hitting on girls as they come out of the bathroom. Hey there, ma'am.
As they're going in, he's like, number 1 and number 2.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh.
He's curious. And I'm gonna try that sometime. See how that works.
What's the vig here? Are you being like,
I don't know what it is. That's why I'm gonna try it.
Is he like, I don't want to fuck a chick who took a shit recently?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, there's definitely some shits you take where you're like, I can't fuck. I have.
And remember, this is a shit kicker bar. Probably no toilet paper in there.
Oh, that's a good point.
So yeah, good.
So you're bidetting in the sink.
They're not doing anything. Which is why he's asking.
Oh my God!
And remember, it was the 80s. Women didn't shave as much as they did back then. So there's some crazy shit going on down there. Travis, I first thought you were disgusting. And now I'm like, I see where you're coming from.
See, people, watch movies with people. Talk through some scenes that were confusing to you, because Murray is learning. He lived through the times, and he's realizing.
I was a kid though at the time.
Oh, shit. Well, you were hanging outside the bathroom, begging for quarters, and asking the ladies if they're taking a 1 or a 2.
I wasn't begging for quarters. So
You were giving quarters. I'm sorry.
So yeah, he's being gross. And then Virgil drinking apparently coffee. You would think he'd be drinking tea.
Yes.
He's drinking. He's holding it in 2 hands.
Yeah,
It might have been leek soup. I don't know. I'm sure you could get that in a shit kicker bar in Nashville.
Thank you, Murray.
And he's sipping it, and a girl walks by named Carol Ann. Because we know that because she says my name's Carol Ann. Right.
This is a girl that Travis just tried to hit. Sonny.
Well, Travis is trying to fuck everybody.
Did Travis try to hit on her, or Sonny try to hit on her? Somebody tried to hit on her and failed.
Sonny did, because Sonny comes up and sits next to Travis
and
like,
tells
"What's
him,
going on? I'm fucking Italian. Why am I getting laid?"
Detroit, I've been telling these bitches about square pizza all day. What the fuck is going on?
These bitches wouldn't know a Faygo Red Pop from a Rockin' Rye.
And then he does like the little head nod to Tommy and Alex. He's like, this bitch here, she's asexual. She's gonna be a nun. She won't fuck anybody. Then we get this black Irish coffee scene with Virgil. Turns around. Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Are you burned? Are you burned? No, I'm okay. Bartender, black Irish coffee's supposed to be piping hot. And he turns back to the girl, and she's in awe. Sir, are you trying to burn me? Ma'am, I'm only kidding. Melts her. That is hilarious.
Would you care to dance, my lady?
Would you care to flip through my labia?
You were obsessed with labia today.
I don't know what
you
it
said
is.
labia. I thought we were going to save it for the fucking labia scene. You said it at least 20 times in this fucking
Travis is in
review.
my. Travis got in your head. He's been in my head the whole time.
Well, then you should be saying labia, because that's how you
Labia.
pronounce it.
Sorry, people.
Well, they say it in Miami. They say labia.
Everybody knows, and the people in Miami say labia. Yeah, I'm playing it up because it's Travis's thing.
So he's probably telling her, he's like, I'm not a size king about labia. Hey, whatever size, he's calm here now, like you were saying.
It's just like guys. Hey, all good to me.
Would you care? I don't fucking give a shit. So they're having a little labia talk, and Travis is still working the room. Don is fucking. He brought his computer system to the bar.
He's got a fucking as a sketch system and everything. He's typing. Yeah. Oh, it's all good.
Travis, he beams on the hottest chick in the room. I think Bert was the name of Kane Hodder's character.
Let's go with Bert. Yeah, this works.
And it could be Bluto.
Bert's not being used. So.
And like, care to dance, my lady? And she's into it.
Yeah.
She's the one woman that wants to fuck a ginger dude.
Wherever we are, it's a podunk town, and there's some action happening, and an out-of-towner with a fucking 10-gallon hat and that Miami accent's coming up to her. She recognizes that Italian accent, and she's like, sir, do you like flipping through labias? Yes, I do. Could I dance with you?
So they're dancing. Bert, and the guy's like, Bert, your lady's dancing with that fucking motherfucker. So they go. So Bert goes over. Hey, leave my lady alone. Well, I don't know. She came on to me, partner.
Yeah.
All her labia, showing her labia to me. I didn't ask for it.
I just like one of the fucking throwaway scenes that happens as Sonny notices a belly button. Oh, I gotta go talk to her.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah. So it pisses Bert off. It's like, why you? Goes to punch. Travis is a trained killer, so he easily Matrix dodges the punch, and then fucking Bert punches the hot chick in the face.
Okay.
And what I loved about it was Travis' reaction, like, damn, I guess she did deserve that. And he's walked off. He didn't give a fuck that she got laid out. She's spitting teeth.
It was fun. You best not let your girl. I understand you not wanting your girl to lip off to you like that. That was.
Oh, I thought.
Labia off?
Yeah. You set yourself up and then you just dropped the ball.
About it. You called me out and you made me feel like I can't say labia.
Even though I just said it, you did say it. So he's gonna say it throughout this fucking movie. I'm all I'm gonna say. Hopefully we get it out of his system tonight, because I'm sure when we get to the no, then we'll be onto that.
Maybe.
All right, yeah. Punches his hot rod. I'm like, oh my god. And then of course, the Scuffling hillbilly music starts playing, and all hell breaks loose.
Frank Kuzmo walks into the bar just in time to take a seat and watch his fighters just dismantle
Drinking
this bar.
cold Irish coffee.
That's right.
I
Cold
thought
Irish
he
coffee.
likes it.
He actually likes it that way.
Alex checking in on Walter. He's like, every 20 minutes, I'm going to call you.
He's in a secluded phone booth, so he's not really understanding what's happening, and they keep cutting back to him talk. Walter, how are you doing? Oh my God, you skinned your knees playing hopscotch? Oh, that's so sad. You're what, 12, 14 now? Fucking Christ, man. Children actors. But everybody...
Level-headed Tommy.
He doesn't want to fight.
It's like, hey, everybody, let's all chill out, have a good time. And they're like, hey, fuck you, Chinaman. And they just all the guys are just kicking ass, showing off their skills, man. Roundhouses, spin kicks, axe kicks.
Scissor kicks, drop kicks, leg drops. It's all going well.
Travis takes a pool cue across the back, but that really hurt. A pool cue across the back.
I guess it depends on what side they would use. If they use the thicker side,
I
it
mean,
might
if he
hurt
hits him on the
more.
back of the head, that would hurt. I don't know.
That
if
would
it hurts your
definitely hurt.
back. But all hell's breaking loose. Fucking Frank, like you said, got some popcorn out, enjoying it. Sonny's like, this is just like Detroit.
Of course, loving it.
And then finally, everything kind of settles down. All right, young men, back to the dorm room. Your pussy options are limited. So they go back to the dorm room. Next morning.
He told them, none of you are going to get laid tonight. And he was right.
Next morning, we see a car show up. I thought fucking, I was like, was the fucking assistant director, who's our fucking guy? Our Neil Breen? Neil Breen.
Oh,
Because it's a foot shot. Door
my
opens.
God.
Sexy high heels come out. And we're like, who is this character?
We've had a lot of close-up foot shots happen. Or
It's Wade, the assistant coach to Jennings, but she's a Goyle, Catherine Wade.
yeah.
And she's there being interviewed because even Frank's like, what? You have labia. See, I'm gonna show you how annoying it is, but I'm gonna say it all the time.
Damn it. You really get in my fucking head in the middle of the episodes, man. You really got a fucking way.
How would someone with labia know how to fight? And she's like, actually, I stunned her to the master. Sensei Seagal, you ever heard of him?
That's right.
I'm about the spiritual side of martial arts. I need to get these boys' heads you get their bodies in the game. I get their heads into the game.
Winning a bar fight is one thing. Winning a fight against the champion country, Korea, of kickboxing is a completely other matter. These men exist on another plane than you do.
Their style is far more mental than physical. Your techniques won't mean shit compared to what they do.
Frank,
So-
he's not used to anybody talking back to him in
Right.
such
Especially
a
woman.
calm and confident demeanor. So
Yeah.
he's just like, this bitch knows what she's talking. He does belittle her in that way. This bitch knows what she's talking about.
All right, you go to the gym, first day of practice. I see you've noticed those very sweet USA jackets. Well, you haven't earned them yet.
Yeah, the starter jackets.
Right.
That's right.
And 89 would have been the starter jacket era.
I'm gonna need you boys to run 20 times round the yard. But sir, that's 5 miles.
Exactly. Walk. No. Run.
We watch them run around a little bit. We come back. Now they're
Get
fucking.
a montage starting up.
This is the startup of a montage, but it's a running montage. Travis doesn't want to run, of course, because he's from Miami.
Right. He's
Miami.
wearing cowboy boots on the fucking. You can't run in those.
He's wearing the full. Oh my God. He's wearing a skull jacket for some reason.
He had spurs on his boots. Like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. He's so in character.
Wearing chaps. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, we get it. You like cowboy shit.
We come back to the gym. Now they're having their feet held down and counted for them. 163,
We're doing sit-ups.
164, 165 sit-up punches.
So now that he's basically physically broken our boys. Now it's Kathy's job to do the mental aspects.
And she ASMR octagon level Chuck Norris's these boys. I thought you were my friend. Shouldn't my victory be your victory?
Look, gentlemen, winning isn't a sometime thing. It's an all-time thing. It's a habit. You got to learn how to win. You need to make muscle memory about winning.
Coach, is that Vince Lombardi you just quoted?
Goddamn right I did. Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. And our boys are responding. Our boys are like a little more evolved. You might say they're feminists.
Well,
and they're
I would
just
say
like,
none of them isn't
well,
quite ready.
Travis is, and of course,
Travis
he's a
is.
lost cause.
Well, he's just reading her labias.
Right. He's just like, damn, I'd like to suck on them labia.
Man, have you ever had a blind man play braille on your labia?
No, I haven't. She doesn't say, she no sells it. She's just like, she's dealt with these goons before, but our rest of our boys are more evolved. So they're like responding. Virgil's got a boner because he's all about the spiritual shit. So he's just like, tell me more.
He's going to get the fucking matcha tea, the fucking leek tea.
All right, head out to bed, people. It's 5 afternoon. I said head out to bed. So Tommy and Alex are in the room. They're ready to hit the hay. And so like Alex is like, I like to get some more know about you. Like I've told you all about my life. My wife's dead. I love my son.
He's 5 going on 30. What about you? What's your history? When did you start training?
Trained at 4. Do you have any brothers and sisters? Nope. Click. Turns the light out.
And guys, you have just experienced dating in your late 30s. You try to get to know somebody. What the fuck would you ask me that for?
Griff, it only gets worse. So we cut to a montage, a dual montage. I like this. Korea versus, which we got in Rocky 4 too.
This is correct.
And I'm getting fucking worried, Griff.
No, I've already been worried. We set this up in the first scene. I'm worried.
We know. Training in nature is the ultimate training. You cannot defeat someone who trains in nature.
Yes.
It's impossible.
New listeners, just know this. We've done fucking 300 plus of these.
Right.
We've studied it constantly.
And every time we're proven right.
There's a song by the great band Piebald, Nature Always Wins.
So our boys are training in the gym, indoors even. I'm worried. But that's the greatness of the movie. It's we assume they're American, they're going to win because we always win.
Yeah.
So now they're playing with our minds. We're like, holy shit, I don't know about this.
I know. It's putting so much doubt in our head. It's just like, I don't know if we should be celebrating this victory. It's not in our pocket yet. I mean, we're the underdogs.
Yeah, we're not Team USA in basketball. We just assume they're going to win.
And again, we're seeing this.
Then almost lose to South Sudan, who doesn't even have an indoor court. They train in nature.
Sure. We had a fucking lucky shot to win the match.
And then we're even more worried because our boys can't even jump fucking rope.
Murray, I was asking you about this today. You're like, oh, don't worry about it, Griff. They're actors. And I was like, Murray, no.
I'm talking about the characters, Griff, not the actors.
We saw the first scene. These guys all know how to fight. They all know how to taekwondo. And yet, when we get to jump rope, they're like, oh, bub, how do I even do this? How do they stand on one leg and kick somebody? How do they deliver a fucking punch?
Well, apparently they need Master Kai to teach them all this shit,
For real?
Where are the weighted sandals when you need them?
They're laying down just trying to you're flat on your back and you're trying to hinge at your hips. You're trying to do like the leg raises. They're like, I don't know how to do that.
Where's Richard Simmons when you need him? Apparently.
Well, we lost him.
Well, yeah, I'm talking, it's 89, he was still.
They're saying that there's some shit happening there. Like they don't think it was an honest death.
Murder? What?
I don't know.
The cut back to Korea, running through snow. I'm like, oh my God, we are going to lose.
Not only are these fuckers gonna win, they're all gonna beat Drago one after the next.
Right. All right, we cut back. We see our boys in the gym. We have cinder blocks like stacked up. And I don't know, there's this, what do you call it? It's not a cinder block, it's like a cinder sheets. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, because it was just like the top shelf
like
of a cinder
concrete,
block. Yeah. But it was that concrete material.
I love this. such bullshit. If there's ever a tie in a fight, they break it by whoever can break the most concrete blocks.
Hey, as dumb as it is, we love when a movie sets its rules. And this, of course, is going to come up at the end of the movie. So, hey, kudos to the movie for getting
Kuzma to them.
Kuzmos to the movie for just putting this right in our brains.
So Kathy's like, it's simple, Dimmock.
Yeah,
Let me show you.
She's talking a fucking hot game. And the boys, they like her, when they're exhausted, they like her Kim Chi shit. They're like, oh yeah, this bitch knows what she's talking about. They still call her bitch because it's 89. So uncivilized.
They call her sensei bitch, though.
Sensei bitch,
The
you're right.
respect is growing.
It is, you're right. But they're just like, yeah, we all could do this, but you're so good at everything. Can you do it? Do you want ridge side or palm side? They just keep dropping this ridge hand shit.
And she's like, I think they decide ridge side. And she goes slow motion. We're getting flashbacks to Bloodsport. Stop! She's like, all mental.
It's all mental.
Cut back to the Koreans. They are shirtless in a blizzard, chopping trees with their hands. Ridge side.
Think about this. I know it wasn't snowing, but who did we see learn how to be the greatest kickboxer of all time by cutting a tree down with his legs?
There's so many. I don't know.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, kickboxer.
This isn't a coconut tree, though.
It was not a coconut tree.
And our boy, aren't they watching this on tape, or is this just another montage?
No, that was just a montage. Our boys, of course, are getting into the cafeteria. They've got sloppy joes, slices of pizza, chocolate milk because that makes your bones strong.
And I think Sonny had spare ribs.
Sonny,
because Travis points that out.
Are you saying Sonny or do you mean Tommy?
I thought it was Sonny because Travis goes, good to see you're eating like a white man. Eating them ribs.
You think that would be Tommy, though?
No, I think Tommy was eating like rice and shit. Like,
okay.
I mean, so was Virgil was too. So that's the thing. Virgil was eating like an Asian meal and he with chopsticks. That course offended Travis because he can't eat with chopsticks, so he gets fucking offended by that.
Projection, yeah.
And he's just like, why are you eating that fucking shit? There's some dog in there or something?
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Because he's using this as another angle to dig into Tommy. He wants to get to.
Why? He's not your competitor. He's your teammate.
I know, but he is such a pro wrestling heel. He's trying to get into the mental side of Tommy so he can take him down.
Goes to Tommy. You eat that raw fish shit, don't you? And he's like, what's wrong, boy? You scared? You yeller? You yellow?
And
gets his lips right up, gets his labia right up to the fucking ear.
And the whole lunchroom goes silent. And
they're waiting for the shit to break down, man. Alex like grabs Tommy's arm, like
this movie has a fucking stone rock foundation. You look at Frank Kuz's face and you're just staring into it, and that is the seriousness. You know this scene means everything because he's looking at it like it means everything. And finally Tommy says, well, I am yellow.
Obviously. And that is
into the racism.
And it breaks the tension, Griff.
Everybody laughs at Tommy. No, not Tommy. What's his name?
Travis.
And everybody's laughing at Travis. And Travis sits down like embarrassed. He's just like, oh, man.
Right. It blew up in his face. Tommy just fucking flipped the script on him.
That's right.
All right. Now they're watching tape. I'm sure Don got he tapped into like a satellite because it looks like a spy is filming these guys. And they're like at some ancient Buddhist temple.
Didn't you say he's like Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
This is what Bill Belichick was doing for a while there.
Chopping boards. They're like on a waterfall and shit, doing katas.
Gentlemen, I need you to understand what we do here. We've been funded. Snoop Dogg himself is paying for you guys to train. You see, that's a reference.
He only paid for the starter jackets. That's what Snoop
only
Dogg
the starter jackets?
Yeah.
Who else helped?
Which, by the way, they earned. They're wearing their USA starter jackets.
Gentlemen, you need to understand something about the Koreans. Since they've united for this 1 year stand together, North and South finally reunited, The government is funding. These boys make $100 million a year just to train to beat your ass.
And now we get the breakdown of who our boys are going to be fighting. So first up,
Again, our boys got a starter jacket,
right.
and they're training for 3 months.
Right.
That point needs to be, yeah.
He's like, all right, first up, Sonny, you're going to be fighting Young Kim. He's an Olympic gold and silver medalist. I'm like, holy shit. You know, our guy's never even been in the fucking Olympics. He hasn't been in the Pan Am Games, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I didn't do all the combinations here, but the next guy,
Virgil,
apparently Murray remembers.
Tung Sun Moon, gold medal world fighting. Travis, Hancho, another gold medalist in 1986. Alex, your man is Seijin Kwan. He's the best fighter of his generation. But you get the ultimate prize. And then we zoom in on like a grainy video footage of a guy with a patch over his eye.
Yeah, black and white grainy.
Daihan, hands registered with Interpol as deadly weapons, rated #1 in the world. And we see Tommy get shook. Like, we're like, getting kind of like, does he recognize this guy? What's going on with it? I mean, I know they're Asian. That doesn't mean they know each other.
So they're doing the thing where we're internal into Tommy's brain right now. So he's barely hearing it. You hear the ringing start to happen in his ears, and you can kind of hear Koo saying in the background, he's been banned in 100 different U.S. high schools.
Banned. And then we black and white. We see a little child. We're like, oh my God, we're in a flashback. It's black and white. We always, color wasn't invented until 1985.
Of course.
It's a young boy, we're assuming is Tommy, enjoying a nice ice cream cone with his parents.
Papa.
Watching a young man named David fight Dehan in a high school gym.
We know it's his brother because he goes, hello, Tommy. And he does a bow to him.
First of all, you know they were raised in America.
What'd I do?
You were doing like a Jean-Claude impression. Hello, Tommy. What the fuck was that?
Well, yeah, you saw Black Mask.
No, you should be ashamed of yourself. He just says, hey, Tommy, or hey, David. And then he gets fucking thrashed by Dehan. This is like a high school exhibition match.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, this is like the foundation of this worldwide championship is they were doing it at American high schools because it's a blood sport. It's bolo.
In high schools, laws don't apply. You can't murder somebody. Which, unfortunately, in America, it happens a lot.
Yeah, it does happen a lot.
But this is with hands, the old school way.
But literally, Dehan is playing the role of Bolo Young here because he's bashing his head on the ground. He picks him up, makes him face his little brother, who's still licking his ice cream. Like, you can do it, Tommy. David. You can do it, David.
And then snap.
And then
beautiful shot.
I love how they did it because the snap of the neck timed up with when his ice cream cone, he had the sugar cone people, snapped into 1,000 pieces. I don't know why it exploded.
Then we see a scoop of ice cream slowly falling down, and
that's innocence, people. That's the innocence of youth being lost.
I thought it was David's brains being splattered.
That could be that too. That's a good point.
Next morning, we get another montage. We're training. We see them on the Bowflex. We see them Bowflexing. We see, Tommy and Eric Roberts showing off their fucking peck jellied bodies. They're pushing themselves to the ultimate.
Yeah. Again, you can't do this well with the Bowflex machine because, Murray, you know these things. They're rubber bands. They're rubber little things, and you slip them on. It's not like when you take a giant weight and put it on a thing. There's nothing masculine about it, intimidating about it.
Well, and then they brought the Thigh Master. That was really like, what's going on with this shit?
Again, Frank Coos is the one who sells it because he brings it out with that.
And then they were using Deal-A-Meal. I'm like, that's not even exercise. What's up with it? Shit? Cut back to Korea. Now you get to see them fighting.
8-kilogram sandals, flamingo pose. I'm like, these guys are fucked. America's so fucked. They don't know. They don't even know how to train.
Right. Cut back to we're finally our boys are finally fighting. They're sparring in the ring. Travis versus Tommy, and Travis, he's all about the cheap shots.
Yeah, well, Tommy's schooling the fuck out of him because
Right.
Tommy's whole method is literally just throwing elbows at people. Get out my purse! And Tommy.
First of all, it's Travis. You said Tommy.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Travis is just wailing all out attacks, not working, not connecting at all because we're not good at Taekwondo here in America. Tommy schools him. He's Dom the champion, but Frank is telling Tommy, "You motherfucker, you gotta be ruthless." And
You're holding back. You're doing tippy taps when I want power.
And it just so happens that Travis, I said his name right this time, he's getting up and he wants to get a little piece of Tommy.
No. Frank tells him, walk. And he's like, you're going to fight.
Well, here's the thing. Tommy flips him over. He eludes the attack, does a little fucking armbar on him, flips him over. And Frank goes, you're just proving my point right there. That man tried to assault you from behind and you held back on him.
In 1 month, you are going to be fighting Daehan. He won't give you a second chance. He won't even give you a first chance. You must fight.
Ruthless. You must abuse his body. You must abuse his mind.
And then we get another flashback of David being murdered in front of his brother Tommy by Daehan.
All right.
Or was it a flashback, Griff? Because then we see our boys Frank and Don watching it's like a POV shot where you're seeing the view of a TV, and they're like, "Oh my god! Don't let anybody see this tape."
Make sure to put this real deep in the file cabinet, somewhere where no one will find it or get caught in the file cabinet.
Alex finds Tommy like hitting the bag, fucking exhausting himself, and like Alex like, "Yo, man, are you all right? What's going on with you, man?"
I can't do it anymore. Tommy, pull yourself. Let me take you to the shower. I'm gonna get you to bed.
More training montages, more cock rock songs. You gotta learn how to fight before you learn how to walk.
And of course, this is where we're getting to the point where the boys have gone through the montages. They know how to jump rope now. They can cross it, Murray. They're doing double Dutch.
Yeah, they're learning.
They know how to jump in. It's incredible. Yeah. They got it all now.
But that's the thing, that they're getting it physically, but are they getting it mentally yet? Is Kathy Wade's schooling sinking in yet?
We go outside, and there we are, nature. I'm like, oh my God, they might have a chance. They might finally be maneuvering outside. But Travis is still there. I tried to do a fart noise. It did not work.
No,
in fact, I got a booger on me now.
Ew. Yeah, he's just mocking it because there's nothing spiritual about Travis. But our boys, they're running on the beach, Griff. That's progress. That's nature.
That's the hardest fucking shit to do. Running on sand?
Well, actually, running through snow, I think, would be harder.
Oh, you know what? Running through snow is hard.
Which is what the Koreans are doing.
Yeah. Second best is running through sand.
Alex gets a call from Mom. Walter's been hit by a car. So of course, Alex runs to Frank. He's like, look, this is a pretty fucked up scene because I'm on Alex's side here. Because he's like, my kid is in intensive care.
No.
You know the rules. No. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back in 2 days. I just have to check in, see if he's okay.
No.
I gotta go. I'm sorry. I'm leaving.
No.
Can I have my starter jacket?
No.
How cruel, Frank. Like, what the fuck? We were all liking Frank, and now I'm like, he's a fucking asshole.
Alex, you walk out that door, you're off my team.
You walk out the door and you're off my team. And he does it. Walter, we saw his face beams every time he thinks of Walter. So he says, fuck it, I'm leaving.
I know. This is where Murray makes me realize this movie is fucking actually... They got us on the emotional level.
Yeah.
Alex has been killing us with his affection towards his son. Fatherly affection.
Tommy, he goes to his room, he's packing his shit up. Tommy's like, he
Dude.
told you couldn't take that starter jacket. Because fucking, Alex is taking that fucking sweet starter jacket. And he's just like, my kid's in the hospital. Tommy's like, fuck, dude, let's just go, dude.
Dude, you got to get out of here. Go. No. And he's like, what am I supposed to do? I got to fight. I got to do this. Go now. Hurry back.
He's like, my kid might lose his leg.
Yeah. My kid might lose his legs at this point.
Why? But why did he get hit by a car, Griff? Because he still couldn't ride a bike.
Couldn't ride.
Because his dad wasn't there to teach him.
Well, his dad also taught him how to ride the bike in the street. They're learning how to ride the bike in the street.
That's not good parenting. But.
Yeah.
But so he shows up. He's back in Portland. And then the doctor's like, "Oh, his leg's fine. Oh, he's in a coma. He could be in it for like a day or fucking 10 years. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. Wait, I am a doctor." And so we get the scene.
We get maybe our first montage of hospital equipment. Beep, 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 and we're used to it flatlining, but it's not gonna. It's not gonna flat. No.
You know.
I got the one audio clip to sell you.
I was in the hospital. My collapsed lung. They had me on all those monitors. I didn't have the beep beep. As I wanted to fucking my whole life.
You think it's gonna be your white noise machine?
I was thinking, like, where's the beep beep machine? Like, you see that in the fucking, I was kind of let down by that.
Should have said, "Nurse, where's my beep beep machine?" That might be code for something else.
Probably cost more. I didn't have insurance. That's probably why I didn't.
Oh, who gave me the monitors?
Oh.
Like, wait.
When they give you monitors, these don't work.
Let's not give him the actual working monitors. He doesn't have insurance.
It's just cardboard with
It's
not dialed.
Sharpie on there. It's a fucking Neil.
Like we said, beep machine.
It's a Neil Breen prop.
And so he's just like, he holds his hand, and then we see the little hand like grasp his father. He comes out of the fucking coma because his dad's there.
We don't know how much time's elapsed. We know know he's got like 3 days to get back.
3 days to a kill. So yeah,
he does have 3 days to a kill
or a kick.
And we don't know where he flew from or where he needed to get back.
Nashville to Portland.
We're assuming Nashville. Yeah. We're assuming that. We have never confirmed that.
It was the Hard Rock Nashville. Hard Rock Cafe, Nashville.
Oh, okay.
I saw Sonny wearing the T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those guys that collects the Hard Rock T-shirts.
He would be.
Yeah.
He's from Detroit.
And he gets a shot glass, too.
Oh, of course. He's Italian.
He's Italian, all right. And so now he's like, oh, yeah, I can go back. Walter's awake.
Oh. All right, we're going back to the gym. We're still training, of course. We're going full Drago here.
Yeah, we're going backwards again. We thought our boys were going the right direction.
Yeah,
and
I thought Kathy was leading them that way.
Yeah.
No. Kathy is going so far. She's reading the book by her labia here because she's like, nope, we need more fucking like carnival equipment. So they're going to measure the boys' pressure per inch on kicks.
Yeah, which we saw Drago do.
Yes.
And
how'd that work out for Drago, people?
Well, he gave it his all. He didn't care if he crippled somebody. He didn't care if he killed somebody because he did kill somebody. Tommy holding back like a bitch, and Frank sees it. What the fuck?
And the Coos is ready to explode.
The Coos is on the loose.
Tommy, you sick little motherfucking bitch. I swear to God, I will have you, whatever family you have out of there, deported from this goddamn country because I could tell you do not belong here. If you don't
kick a black man telling him this.
Guys, he's trying to Friday Night Lights this. He's trying to coach the fuck out of Tommy. The only chance America has of winning this tournament is Tommy.
But before that can happen, Alex walks in wearing the starter's jacket. I think that's what pissed off Coos. And he's just like, all right, do you want me to beg? Because I'll beg. I got to be on this team. He's fucking tears while Eric Roberts is killing it in this scene. He's like, I need this. You don't understand.
No.
I will get on my knees and suck your fucking dick if this gets me back on this team.
No.
Begging? What? What it'll take? Let me on this team. My butt is ready.
No.
And he just walks out. I say, fuck you then. If me offering my asshole up to you isn't enticing enough, I guess I am off this team.
Tommy, kick that fucking bag. And Tommy's Murray, we haven't even talked about this. The montages, we learned about this last week in Blood Fight. You always step back on an angle.
Yeah.
And we see Tommy. They do the close up of his feet. Did you notice which way his foot went? It didn't go from 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Wait, 6 o'clock. Went 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock. He's preparing finally. He's digging that foot in there. Looks like he might do a fucking stone vault throw or whatever the fuck those are called. But no, he delivers a fucking kick into that goddamn catcher's pad that Virgil happens to be wearing that it just fucking caves in his chest.
Puts Virgil into a coma.
It does.
Tommy's mad at himself for like letting Kuzma goad him into doing that because he swore when he saw his brother die he would never use
My brother's dies.
his martial arts for
Yeah.
inflicting pain. So he storms out and meets up with Alex.
Well, Alex happens to catch Tommy as he's jumping onto his bike. Everybody else is checking on Virgil, who is unconscious. But Tommy, this is where the story's at. Alex was just apparently running around outside and happens to see Tommy jump. He's got his Ray-Bans on. He's got his fucking leather jacket on.
That's what you do when you ride a motorcycle.
Getting ready to get on his Kawasaki.
Getting ready to renegade.
That's right.
And Alex stops him. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I can't do this. I'm off the team too." What?
I quit. I can't do it anymore. I can't deal with that man. He wants so much out of me. I just can't do it.
Well, he's like, "I can't fight Dehan." He's like, "Why can't you fight Dehan?" All right. Fucking 10 years ago. I think it was 15 years ago. He killed my brother at a high school gym. Shouldn't that make you want to fucking beat the shit out of him? It's like Alex is like, fucking kill that motherfucker.
Alex calls him out, though. He goes, "Oh, I get it. You're afraid. You can't be afraid. Fear is the great little death. Fear
The light is the mind killer.
is the mind killer." Thank you, Murray.
You need this fight more than I do. Don't you do this. If you leave, you're a fucking asshole.
Tommy just revs up his motor. Very Tommy Lee of him. He revs up his motor.
I'm driving my Harley
To nowhere.
go Farley.
That was such bad timing. I was about to talk, and then you.
I've got my mental scars, Lee. Don't call me Charlie, cause I'm Asian. Meanwhile, Kathy Griffin through Don's files.
Well, yeah, she locked the door.
She had witnessed all this shit.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on with these
They
guys?
know something I don't know, and of course they have one file cabinet in their office because
And
you
she
know.
was like, Don, there's 2 pages missing from Tommy's file. What the fuck is on those files? Look, man. He pulls out a VHS tape.
From his crotch.
You didn't get this from me. You definitely did not get this from me. Take this. Go. Watch.
Is this something him and Sonny bonded over, like smut porn, snuff porn? Excuse me, snuff porn.
Oh, Don's fucking snuff porn collection. Yeah.
He is a. I'm sorry, I thought you were reaching for this earlier.
can-
He
you
is a
can
Dino
remember.
Velvet fan.
If you can film snuff film in a high school gym, it's technically legal. Murder is legal in a high school gym. We've learned. from
You didn't get this from me because the police will pretend this wasn't filmed in a high school gym.
He's like, wait, no, wait. He handed the snuff film. Wait, no, not this. This is for me. Take this.
Hold on, I mixed the labels up to throw other people off. All right, guys, we've got to have a motorcycle montage.
I'm on the road to nowhere,
I got so many emotional scars.
and I don't care
If I skid my knees. When you fall off a bike, you skid your knees. You see, we're playing with Walter and his falling off.
Kathy watches that tape, the tape where we see Tommy's brother David being murdered by Dehan.
Of course, she's, fucking just disgusted by the whole event. And she's like, "You're using this as motivation?"
Maybe I am. I have to get these guys to win. Winning, you said it yourself. Winning is everything. I was too soft on these boys, much like that ice cream cone. And now I'm hard because that's what they need. They need hard hand guiding them.
All you are is a monster. Win, win, win.
That boy died because I failed. That team was too loose. They need the tough love I'm giving them.
I can't have another.
Kathy storms out. All right. All that's left are our three boys. The stars are gone. Alex and Tommy are clearly the stars of this team.
Yeah. You know, sometimes when Griff watches the movie and does his show notes, I write a couple notes for the opening. Obviously, the opening was a motherfucking shit show. So we
Not
didn't
the
use.
first one. That was great.
Yeah, that one was. Yeah,
Don't blame us for the second
that one was
one.
goddamn
Blame
gold.
technology. That's why I don't use technology.
We actually fixed the country in the first opening segment. We reunited the country with
Yeah.
it. Sorry, we can't release it because my laptop broke. But instead, what we're left with here is that our three remaining coaches are here,
Not
just
three remaining
are fighters.
fighters.
But these are the worst fucking fighters.
Well, you can tell by the way they're dressed.
They're not into it at all.
They're wearing sweatpants for some reason. They pull it up mid calf. They want a gaucho type look going on. They got their fucking tube socks on.
That's Rex
white
territory.
tube socks with black tennis shoes.
Right.
And I'm like, these guys are scrubs, man. They recognize they're scrubs. They're like, Frank, Coos, we have no chance without Alex and Tommy.
Yeah, we need them in order to win for USA. We need this one.
You finally get it. You're finally thinking like a team. So he's proud of them. All right, so Alex is back with the team. I think what it is Frank has a meeting, and then Alex walks in, and he doesn't even say like he's with the team. It's just it's automatically assumed that he is with the team. And fucking Jennings comes in, and he's like, "Wait, I thought you had these rules that if they don't do what you say, they're off the team." He is on this team. All right, we cut back to Tommy. He's stopping at a gas station. I think it was one of those hitcher gas stations, and he's gassing up, and he notices out of the corner of his eye two little kids. They're obviously brothers, and the younger brother has an ice cream cone. This is where we get into metaphors, people. Kid's licking the ice cream cone. He licks so hard, the scoop falls off the cone, and he starts crying. And his bigger brother, his David, if you will, hands him his cone and says, "Hey, little bro, no use crying over spilled ice cream. Have mine." And right then and there, it all comes into place for Tommy. He's like, "I'm over my brother's death."
It's beautiful. A tear goes down Tommy's
He's seeing
face.
through his brother's eyes.
Yes, I was inside peeing when Murray was trying to go through all of this. I love this scene, but also the part of the scene that's so 80s about it. These kids were Mom was opening the front door for the kids to get in. They were going to sit in the front seat.
Yeah, that never happened. When I
Isn't
was a
that
kid.
crazy to think about? When I was doing
It really sucked back in my day because that's when only rich people had 4-door cars.
Oh yeah, right.
So you had to fucking squeeze
seat down or
I
whatever.
hated that
Yeah.
shit.
When I was reading the Janet McCurdy, I think that's her name. She was one of the Nickelodeon actresses who talked about that whole thing.
How'd her feet look?
But I don't know, Murray. I'm sorry. She was 15 or 16, still working on the show, and because she was so short, her mom was like, "No, you're gonna sit in the booster still." So she was showing up as a teenager to the set in her mom's car in a booster seat. And I thought having to go through driver's ed on a phone book was bad.
It is pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But showing up for work every day,
Were you terrified you were never gonna grow? Because
there was a while there. I was because I did go to the doctor My mom was like,
Now,
we should
your
go
brother
get
wasn't like that, right? He grew normal.
my brother and sister grew like normal people.
Okay.
And so and of course like girls usually develop younger, so it was like she was beating me in the whole puberty game and all that. So my mom was like, well, let's go get you checked out or whatever, and they were like, no, he's on track, he's fine, he'll probably be 6 feet. I'm dead serious. The doctor told me, dude, you're about to go.
How would you think that? When you're in high school and what were you, like 5'2" or something?
Yeah, I was like 5', 5'2" for like all of high school, and the doctor.
You know what? Dennis Rodman. He wasn't that short, but he was like our height in high school, and then after high school, he grew like a foot.
Yeah. So that's what the doctor was saying. He's like, no, this kid, like everything is showing that he's just gonna fucking explode one of these days. So he had like, instead of being like, oh yeah, this should be a concern, they were just like, no, it's gonna take a minute, but he's just gonna be fucking up there. I didn't even know about Chippendale dancers back then, but I was like, yeah, that sounds fucking sweet to me.
Tommy's over it all. He's ready to go back to the team. Cut to the airport. They have 1 day to a kick, apparently. And Virgil, where's Virgil? This is everybody, Griff, is maturing. He finally realized that chin strap beard was stupid as fuck, and he shaved it off.
Terrible look, everybody.
He became a man that day. I wonder why. I wonder this must have been like something where like they filmed the movie and they needed the scene, and the actor like had already shaved his beard off for another role.
Maybe.
Why would this be in the fucking?
I don't know. I mean, it is you know what? I worked for a man who had the chin strap beard, and when he shaved it off finally, I did applaud him. I was like, Fuji, I'm so glad you finally shaved that fucking thing off because it was ugly as shit.
Tom shows up, and he's like, "Hey, need another member of that team?" And Frank goes, "Get in here, young man." Gives him a little noogie. Everyone is cracking a smile, even Travis.
That's right. And you're thinking like, oh God, here we go again. He's gonna pull his eye back and do like a.
Did you pee in my Coke, Tommy?
Tommy,
All
I
the
noticed
jokes.
my new Coca-Cola wasn't tasting that fantastic. Did you piss in it?
Is this what that new Coke's supposed to taste
Did
like?
you rub your
Shana
Did you rub your labias all over it? Pussy bitch. But no. Shakes his hand.
Goes to shake his hand, and then fucking Tommy pulls it away. He goes, psych! And then we're all fucking buddies now.
They do a pinky. God, that was the one thing. Twisters, they had this fucking like 2-finger handshake thing that was like, oh, okay, no, that's not good.
All right, we're in Korea. We get about 10 seconds of stock footage of Korea, and then we see I'm glad Ahmad Rashad, the former husband of Felicia Rashad, who we last saw blowing her brains out in The Beekeeper.
What? Seriously?
Yes, they were married.
How the fuck do we do this?
He's been ESPN Ocho. They're covering the fucking,
And Jim Cornette would be happy with his coverage. They're explaining things. They're explaining where we're at as countries, as athletes in the competition level.
We're basically
rules.
It's an MMA fight because you can use all styles. They're using taekwondo,
right.
judo, and karate.
This is what they explain on the
and they're wearing the MMA gloves. It's basically an MMA fight.
Right. We go back into behind the scenes, both coaches in the locker room, giving the pep talks, clear hearts, open eyes, clear buttholes, open labias, loose, goose, doesn't matter. Coin slot, roast beefy weef.
Beef curtains or coin slot.
Don't matter, boys. We're beating Korea tonight.
Gentlemen, give them everything in your heart, and you can be the best. This is the one, he looked right in the camera. I didn't like it. Of the best.
Yeah, that was obnoxious. Opening ceremonies, not
They
quite
used-
as good as blood fights.
No.
A lot of drums happening here.
Before UFC was big, there was Pride, which is a Japanese organization. This is when MMA was fun. When you had like characters, like real like guys who stood out,
like pro wrestling.
Exactly. This is like a Pride show. They would have the giant fucking drums and people fucking hitting them and shit.
I like it.
Yeah, it would be over the top, like drama, and I liked this.
I like this too. I mean, seriously though, it's no blood flight opening
Well,
because
God,
Fu Manchu.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah. Fu Manchu was too big for this.
Yeah.
She had moved on. So, actually, the problem is, for some reason, Korea does not respond to Fu Manchu. I don't know what it is, but there's everybody has their one group that doesn't like him.
Well, I mean, we can say it. We've been assuming which Korea. Is it a combined Korea? We can just assume it's the no Korea. When you think about
Black
hey,
Korea, if you're Ice Cube.
I want to travel to Korea. Which Korea do I go to?
Which one eats dogs?
There's no Korea in So Korea. You go to South Korea. That's the one that'll let you there.
Apparently, every bar in 1989 had ESPN Ocho because they're watching this fucking fight.
Well, you couldn't get it at home. You had to go to the bar. This actually makes a little bit of sense.
And everyone, we see Mr. Blue from Reservoir Dogs. Hey, man, I work with that guy. And in the stands, we zoom in, and little Walter with his cast on, and Mama Walter
calling out. Oh, you can beat that little booty.
All right, time for the fights. Our boys line up. This is a team event, which means all the points compiled for each fight will be added up, and whoever has the most points wins.
It's like most of your Karate Kid type fights and everything where you land blows, you get a point. So all those tally up. And then if you get a win, I think you get like 5 points or whatever. So we're gonna have scores along the way because look, we're about to get into fighting territory, which is our strong suit, of course.
Of course. People tell me all the time. You think you should be doing play-by-play.
We should be.
Joe Rogan replace him.
Joe Rogan replace him?
He does fucking UFC.
We replace Joe Rogan.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Joe Rogan, replace him.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, God.
So our boys line up facing each other. They're showing respect. They're bowing to each other.
Hearing the rules and everything.
Alex has got that fucking rock star hair pulled back in that beautiful Nang chin.
He finally notices his family in the crowd.
Well, I mean, they're in an arena. I mean, it wouldn't be that easy to see.
Yeah, there's
and also it's all like black and shit out. There's barely any lights.
Barely lights, yeah. What's my family doing here? I invited them.
Thought you could use some support. I am their father. Sonny's up first.
Our Detroit representative, and he's gonna beat ass. He walks out. He's got Eminem songs cheering him out there.
That one, the inspiring one from 8 Mile.
That's the one. Mom Spaghetti.
Yeah,
dude.
You lose yourself.
Lose yourself in the music. The moment, gotta kung fu him into the tombstone.
And Sonny gets his ass beat. I mean,
wait, what?
He gets his ass beat.
What?
I like it, man. True to form. Nature always beats the gym. So I'm like, they're not bullshitting us with this movie.
The Ocho has been telling us the whole time, U.S. is massive underdogs. We have not been funding, which is a line we heard earlier in the movie. We got 3 months. They got a whole fucking year in government backing $1 million contracts.
Sonny gets his ass beat. The score is 11-7 Korea.
That's actually not that bad of an ass beating. 4 points, as far as I know. I really don't know Kung Fu, so.
Virgil's up next. And he's getting fucked with, too.
Well, Virgil, remember, guys, he is our Buddhist, chin strap.
No longer a chin strap.
Ladies, man.
Labias,
yes, no
man. Labias, man.
There you go.
Inner and outer.
Okay. I like that you took it from me.
He doesn't discriminate.
No one does. That was our point. Well, there's people.
I'm talking about inner outer. We were talking about the size of the outer originally.
Oh, are we?
Now we're talking about inner and outer.
Oh, okay.
Okay? He doesn't discriminate.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
That was his weakness.
Well,
because
he's got a lot of weaknesses.
Gets his ass beat.
Yeah, we said Sonny got his ass beat. That score actually says, no, he did all right. This score, however, says he got his ass beat. Because we were at 11-7 Korea. Now it's 20-9 Korea. Virgil got 2 points.
Travis and his opponent are going back and forth, but Travis is getting rattled. He's getting pissed off. He's fucking threatening to rape the guy's mom and shit. It's like, dude, this is a competition.
He's getting fucking his clock knocked loose and everything.
But that's the way he's the most effective, when he's out of control.
Right.
And he gets a tie. His fight is a tie.
So it's like in the match points at the clock, because there's a clock. There's no limit to points, but there's a limit on the clock. They tie at the end of the clock. The shot clock buzzer goes off and everything.
I don't think they tied the score, the main score. I think they
No,
were
not the
Yeah.
main score.
Their fight.
The match score.
Yes.
Just Travis and his opponent's match score is tied. And so they do, just like Kathy alluded to, a breaking match.
Yeah, that's
break,
how you
tie-breaking.
break any tie. I've seen so many of those in the Olympics. The swimming,
But
archery.
what was Travis's biggest weakness? His mind.
That's
Couldn't meditate.
He does not know his mind, this boy.
He wouldn't do yoga. He
No.
wouldn't channel his spirit or his chi.
And we learned from Kathy, it's all about the mind.
That's right.
And then we see
He's
Ahmad
first.
Rashad, he's calling the play. He's like, Korean the fighter, he's using the ridge.
Well,
toe.
Travis goes first,
Yeah.
and there's 10 bricks lined up. He breaks 7 of them, 3 remaining. And everyone's like, oh, fuck.
These were so clearly styrofoam,
Yeah.
too. It was pretty bad.
That's so impressive. And then we go to Moon.
Not Moon, because that's who Alex fights.
Well,
But,
it's not Moon.
Well, he doesn't. Alex fights Moon. Oh, no, you're right. Alex fights Quan.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I want my flowers.
No.
You've been dogging me all episode.
I deny your
We've
flowers.
been talking about leave alone.
Christmas in July is over. No flowers for you.
All right. Let's end this for our audience.
So he's like, oh, he's using this ridge hand technique. Very unorthodox.
That's right.
So unorthodox, it breaks 8 fucking bricks. So
That's-
our boys are really in the hole. We need our 2 stars to fucking show up.
It's Alex's turn. Our fucking protagonist of the movie, and he's pumped. He's looking at his guy in the face, and you're expecting him to be respectful. Like, I'm so glad to be in the match. I'm so glad to be here. Everybody, I just want you to know it's always been my dream since I was 7 years old to fight in Korea against Koreans.
This was weird. He does a heel turn here.
Because he
I'm
looks
not
at
talking about a move.
Yeah. No, he looks to his opponent, Murray,
I'm going to kick your fucking ass.
and he spits on his foot.
And so far, he is kicking ass.
Right away, the guy comes at him with a punch. Alex, blocks it away and just jabs him right in the fucking face.
Alex is floating like a butterfly, and he's stinging like a bee.
3 quick points in Alex's belt. He's just notching them like nothing.
Until he's getting cocky. A spinning back fist from Moon hits him and stuns him. And he gets a little, and fucking Moon gives it back to him. He's taunting him a little.
Now we're getting heated. They're getting up close in between points. So you get like that break moment, and then you get set again by the referee, who was officially announced. We didn't put it in our notes, but that ref was officially announced. 45 years of experience and everything. Triple black belt in refereeing. But yeah, they get broken up. They get brought back together, but they're fucking tussling. They're biting at each other's ears. It's intense. It's heated. And Frank finally gives Alex, he's like, look, here's what I want you to do. Because they had to break them apart. They were like, you go to your corner.
Well, no, I mean, the round had ended. So there's a break.
There was something that happened that made him go to the corner.
Yeah, the round ended. You go to your corner after the round. It's 3 rounds.
I didn't think they even had rounds.
They did have rounds. It was 3
Oh.
rounds.
I didn't notice.
And so, Frank is doing his job coaching him. And he's like, I want you to do this. And he's like, yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
That's right.
And as soon as Alex gets out, he gets an ass kicked. He gets his ass kicked with an axe kick.
No, he does the move.
Yeah.
He does them. You can't.
Okay.
You can't jump right to it. You wanted.
Well, I could, but you're not allowing me to.
You wanted to get to the fact that Frank told him you need to do this move.
Yeah.
Alex goes out, performs the move to perfection, and lands it to perfection. He looks back at Frank and goes, "You motherfucker! You know exactly what you're doing. You are the coach of the century." Turns around, resets, gets one over on him, Alex, that is. and then he's down on his hands and knees, and that's when he gets a big axe kicks delivered.
To the shoulder. The injured shoulder. And I'm going to give it up to fucking Eric Roberts. He plays it like he's fucking in pain. He's not. Most people, like if like Statham was doing it, he'd be like, that's the only like
Statham is in the school of Seagal, so he
he's
doesn't
selling
sell.
like a motherfucker. He's crying like a bitch.
Pop it in! Pop it in!
Well, yeah, because they're like, it's over. You're
Yeah.
done. He's like, Coach, I need this.
So-
I can because there's only 30 seconds left in the
Can I
fight.
add on to this?
Yes.
Because if he quits now, they get no points, and they need every point because they're behind.
They're forfeit the match. Right?
They would have to forfeit the match. They lose all the
And
points,
there's-
and Alex has caught them up. They're 1 point behind it.
And there's only 30 seconds left to the fight.
All he has to do is last. And Murray, this is even better storytelling because it's about to, get into something else that's gonna happen.
And like fucking like
Everybody's kind of murmuring, well, he just has the last 30 seconds. All he's got to do is the last 30 seconds. This motherfucker we can just pop it in, tape his arm up, and he's yelling, tape it, tape it, tape it. So it's his dominant side. He's a right-handed man, like most people are.
they pop the arm in. They just literally just tape his arm to his side of his body.
Yeah, he can't use it anymore. And so, of course, they're starting, 30 seconds left. And of course, his opponent's going to come at him hard because he's down an arm. But Alex, being the wise, crafty old man of kickboxing, knows exactly how to handle this. And you know what? He turns it to his advantage, Sato Icho style. Fucking lands a punch, then a kick. I think the guy explodes out of the ring or something.
Yeah, he was incinerated. But the score is now 29-22 Korea. We need Tommy to have a kick-ass match to win this for us. All right, this is the final fight. We see Daehan, the national champion. V. Tommy. Don't hold back, Tommy. Remember, he killed your brother.
Remember?
So we get the fight, and you can see he is kind of holding back at the beginning. And that's to Daehan's advantage because he's fucking punching him right. And he's doing some like fucking dirty ass shit, like
Oh, he is. He is absolutely. He's trying to smother this. He's being like, you fucking Americans coming to my Korea. No Korea for you.
so he's getting handled. Tommy, that is.
Yeah, 3 scores right off the bat.
And we're like, fuck, man, what's gonna happen?
Now we're getting into Matrix dodges and shit. They're actually like doing like modern fighting styles where it's just like very choreographed dodges. And Tommy finally lands some kicks. 1, 2, 3.
He's turning the fight around to his advantage.
Yeah, it's a tie game, 3-3, whole new ball game. And now we're going into the trading back and forth like we see in most, of these movies where, like Rocky and Drago, they're both just like, how the fuck are they withstanding all these like clear punches to their skull
For 12 rounds.
for
yeah.
12 rounds? And then
Daehan's getting frustrated. He's like, I was supposed to beat this fucking kid. So what's he do? Kicks him in the nuts. And he laughs about it.
referee calls a timeout, injury timeout.
He gets a warning, which you would in like a MMA fight. But I don't know. If
MMA.
it's up to it's a referee's discretion. Like if you accidentally kick a guy in the nuts, they'll give you a warning.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But if it looks like you're stripped, you would get a point taken away.
Oh, okay.
But I guess he didn't see it because there's another dirty move he does that the ref doesn't see. They even take Ahmad Rashad's like, he didn't see it.
Yes, that's true. It's very pro wrestling
Yeah.
at some points in this.
You need 6 points or a knockout for us to win.
Because they go back to their corners, people. So Frank is telling Tommy. All right, we count in and we go back. And this is where you were talking about. Day just comes in, eye poke.
Yoink.
Eye poke right away, right into the eye.
The ref didn't see it. Only Ahmad Rashad saw it.
That's right.
Dom, like the fucking baller he is. And then he threw salt in his eyes. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, here's the thing. Daehan has one eye. So it's eye for an eye now. Anyways, Tom's forcing Day to the ground with vicious leg kicks.
He destroys Daehan's leg. He hits it from like 3 different places.
It's very kickboxer, like
Yeah.
that style. And he's just destroying his legs and he's kicking him in the back of the fucking head.
He's
and everything.
using those cheap shots for inspiration. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to fuck you up.
This is what's kind of finally bringing out all the childhood hatred. The ice cream cone dropping is finally about.
He's got martial arts brain freeze.
Oh, I like that, Murray.
And speaking of brain freeze, kicks fucking Daihan in the head.
That's
knocks his fucking eye patch off. We see he's got a dead eye.
Yeah. And everybody goes just like,
it's over. America won.
Ocho, what's his name? Raul Ahmad is just like, oh my God, everybody, we just saw America TKO Korea.
Unless Daihan can get back on his feet. So Daihan, and this is you know why Daihan gets back on his feet, Griff? Nature training.
It is nature.
If he trained in a gym, fight would have been over. But Daihan struggles, gets to his feet, he can barely stand.
It's very Rocky versus
It's all set up for Tommy to do that final spinning roundhouse to knock his head off his shoulders and win the fucking thing.
And we get the slow motion because the ref's about to count them back in.
No, this is where you're going to get the payoff that we've been doing all episode. Because everyone's expecting Tommy. He's getting flashbacks to fucking David being killed. We're like, holy fuck, Tommy's gonna kill this fucking dude. And everybody senses it.
Yeah, Alex and Frank are looking at each other, and Kathy, and they're all looking, and they're like, oh my God, he's gonna kill him. And Tommy's yelling out, no.
Alex is yelling out.
Alex, yo, you can't do it.
Don't do it. Meanwhile, just when he was given when Tommy was gonna go on his motorcycle journey, he was like, kill that motherfucker. What?
Yeah,
now he's like, no, don't.
Do it. And so finally we get the shot, and it's super slow-mo's down on one James Earl Jones. And
he delivers the line with absolutely zero emotion for this scene. It's just, we just see James Earl Jones.
Yes, it's on Twitter.
No. That's how he delivered the line. And then he does it again. No. And he doesn't do it. The time runs out. Daihan stays on his feet. Korea wins.
I love how they set it up, though. We learned that in the previous match with Alex. I did it right. Alex's injury just lasted 30 seconds. He went out there, he lasted the seconds, and he won it. That was
I loved how they didn't change it for the movie. We all know nature beats gym.
Yes, that too.
So
this is a stupid fucking movie in the world of action movies, and it's still kayfabe to action movies. Nature always fucking wins. Guys, listen to Steven Seagal when he tells you nature is getting fucked over. Nothing else from Steven Seagal. He's right about the nature thing. We're fucking it.
We lose by 1 fucking point.
How are we ever going to win a match with Mars if we ruin all of nature, Murray?
Yeah. Frank hugs Tommy. You won that match, young man. Never forget that. He won the moral victory, Griff. He could have been like Daihan and killed him. And he chose not to. Everybody's going to get their flowers. Well, everyone in Korea is because they won the match. And so they're lined up. They're bowing, showing respect again to each other. Daihan stumbles over to Tommy. To save a life in defeat is to earn victory and honor within. Your brother, too, was a great fighter. I deeply regret your loss. I offer myself as your brother. And then he takes his medal off and he puts it on Tommy. And this is beautiful, man. This is like fucking showing respect to your opponent.
It got me. Guys, dumb as fuck movie. I want to watch Twisters. One character moved me in that movie. 5 different characters got me in this movie.
And then we're not done yet, Griff. And then Quan, who got lost to fucking Alex, and he knows Alex wanted this more than anything. He wanted that. His kid is out in the fucking audience. He wanted his kid to see his dad win a medal. And fucking Quan takes off his medal and puts it over Alex's.
And then tells Alex, I know everything about you and nothing about me. Because these people were so focused on their training. They were feeding those reels constantly.
But
about their opponent.
Alex says, I know everything about you.
He's
And I-
relating it.
and I respect you. And they fucking all hug each other. Even fucking Travis, who would never touch an Asian person unless he's throwing a punch,
That's all right.
hugs them. He
Or-
puts his cowboy hat on the head of one of his opponents.
And he got the flowers over his neck and the gold medal. He put his bolo and his cowboy hat on his opponent.
Even Frank goes, wow. And then we cut to credits. And apparently there's a sequel to this movie. I'm interested to see what happens.
We're gonna have to
Where
check
do they
that.
take this.
We're gonna have to check that out.
How can you get better than the best of the best?
Murray, my buddy in Toronto, who's your age,
Good. Waiting for a dig here.
like, when did I go visit? It's been too long since I visited him, but I was staying with him. We were talking because we were doing the show back then when you were dead. Because you
Yeah.
told me you're 40.
Dead inside.
You told me from the age of 40 to 49 and 364 days, you're
Yeah.
dead. And then when you turn 50,
rough.
when you turn 50,
Life
you're
begins.
reborn. So he was in his 40s at the point. You were in your 40s at that point.
Yeah.
He told me, best of the best is one of the best. And you guys, you had so many parallels of what you loved about this movie. And I see it. I see it.
Well, I had to
It took me a while.
I'm going to admit something I never would have admitted in my 40s. After Griffiths in July, I felt nervous. I thought maybe Noah's going to replace me. Maybe I lost my touch.
Man. Murray, you gotta.
So I had to come back with the best of the best. And I did.
You don't have to be nervous about that. I bare my soul with you for a full month. You don't bare your soul with anybody. No one doesn't get to know my soul. You get to know my soul. Our audience gets to know my soul. They throw it in the trash. They wait until we give a cold tag to
do.
Cerise, and she fucking lifts us to the fucking heavens again.
True.
I hope people say the end to hear that part where I,
All right. We're back.
We got a party to go to, man.
We're back. And so we're going to, next week, 2 G&G favorites are going to be in the theater. First up, the Boobalicious Sybil Danning has returned to the theater, but that's not enough. She's got a wingman. Not just a wingman, the wingman, Wings Hauser. A little movie called L.A. Bounty. Wings is playing the villain in this one. He's got a nice dangly earring in
I
it.
love it. I saw a kid with a big dangling cross earring today, Murray. I thought of you.
Look for it next week. Keep it warm.